we go. Happy Tuesday night, everybody. Welcome into Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham. Mavs Timberwolves Game 4 watch party coming at you here on the show. We're just under 20 minutes or so away from tip-off, so shout out your city or country if you are international. Let us know where you guys are tuning in from. Also, if you don't see Coop, that's because he's not here. He is in the building for Game 4 of Timberwolves Mavericks, which means we got Patrick Seepman pinch hitting tonight. We call him Seeps here at Chat Sports. Seeps, welcome. Thanks for standing in, and you might get to witness a team clinch a spot in the NBA Finals tonight.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to be here. Going to be a great game. The series has not gone as I expected. I thought this had 6-7 games.
I had Mavs in 7. I did not think it would be 3-0 up to this point, but here we are.
Game 4, Kyrie undefeated in closeout games in his career.
14-0, yeah.
Can he get it done tonight?
We'll see. We got James in Rio Vista, Cowboys in Dallas. Ty Man saying, Seeps, you knew Ty Man the Buckeye was going to show up. Ty Man the Buckeye is a Chat Sports legend. Mavs in 4 in the chat. Oh, Skull Seeps, there he is. Skull Seeps. We got Nicole in Cali, Khalil in Trinidad, always tuning in. G Money in Waxahachie. What's up, G Money? Continue to let us know where you guys are tuning in. Seeps, I just want to get your perspective on the series so far. Obviously, you're probably a bigger hoop head than I am. Just from an outsider, what has stood out through 3 games here?
Honestly, just the matchups between Luka versus Jaden McDaniels, and then also Anthony Edwards versus Derek Jones. I thought McDaniels would have been able to do a way better job than he has this series, but Luka's just had his way. And
it's too strong. And
I thought the length would have been able to throw him off more, but I think the style of defender that Lou Dort was, where he's really compact, his center of gravity is really low.
More rugged, yeah.
Throws Luka more off than a guy with just a ton of length. So that was my biggest takeaway. And also Derek Jones. He has been a revelation for this ball club. He's awesome.
Yeah, Seeps hosts our Bulls channel here, and he's seen Derek Jones. I mean, there's no way you could possibly think he'd be this caliber of player for this team.
Not at all. And he has been great the whole year.
He's been awesome, yeah.
Who would have thought he would have been a knockdown corner 3 guy?
Yeah, I mean, his percentages late in the year kind of dipped, but he picked him back up in the playoffs. He's been awesome defensively. I don't know, man. They just have the right ingredients right now. You've got 2 of the best closers in the game. You have 2 good rim protectors. Now, Derek Lively not going to play tonight.
Yep.
Maxi Kleber is, it sounds like. So we'll see how much he goes. He was great in the first round before he got injured in Game 6 against the Clippers. P.J. Washington's been big. So I don't know. I feel like you look back at all these title teams over the years and, you realize that, the stars are the stars, but the teams that win it all, they also get major contributions from 2, 3, 4 other guys, which is why I thought, for example, Seeps, when the Suns made the move for Beal and basically had 3 max guys and nothing else, I was like, it's not going to work. No. Because when they go to the bench, they're going to have Drew Eubanks being relied upon, whereas the Mavericks have Derek Lively coming off the bench, Maxi Kleber coming off the bench, so...
And also, Beal, as a third option.
Yeah.
I don't really think there's a difference between, P.J. Washington as a third option. Because most of the time, it's either catch and shoot, 5 seconds left on the shot clock. And
Washington's going to play much better defense. He's going to rebound better. He's going to know his role better. So, yeah, I'm a firm believer in the 2 stars plus good role players cap formula. So it's kind of the direction the Mavs have gone. And hit that like button if you want the Mavs to close this out tonight. Let's get more likes here on the channel. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Maya says Mavs in 4 with a bunch of sweep emojis. Get the broom emojis going tonight, all night long. I did not think a sweep could be on the table, man.
I did not either. I tell you what, the Mavs have been that one team that they just impressed me.
You were on them early this year too.
I was a big fan of the Mavs. I just thought the Timberwolves would have been a brutal matchup for them. I just did not expect Luka to have his way as easily as he has against McDaniels, against NWA.
I feel like his knee has gotten slowly better and better too. He's not 100% obviously, but that early middle part of that Thunder series, you almost just felt like he was just slugging through those games. And now, I think a big stat that points out the knee is better is he shot the 3 ball a lot better the last 5 or 6 games. And early in the playoffs after he suffered the knee sprain, a lot of them are short. They're flat. They're not getting there. So I think that's like a good way to like kind of tell that he's at least feeling better in that regard. So hit that like button. We got to shout out our sponsor tonight. That is Prize Picks, the best daily fantasy sports app out there. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use code CLNS. If you're a first-time customer, you'll get a deposit match up to $100. 3-player entry tonight. You choose more or less in the stat projections. Rudy Gobert's been a stiff in this series. We're going to go less on the 11 rebounds. I like Luka to get in double figures in assists tonight, more than 9. And then little goblin pick, more on the 3-pointers for Kyrie Irving, 1.5 if he hits 2 or more, that hits. A goblin pick lowers the stat projection, but it's easier to hit. So it's about $10 to win 40 on that 3-player entry. But the way it works is simple. You create the account at the link on your screen. Use the code CLNS for the deposit match. But plenty of sports out there. You set lineups, 2 players up to 6 players. Choose more or less on tons of different stat projections available. If you hit, you win, and you can cash out. 3 million active users on a daily basis. You should be one of them. Link is in the chat. prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS. By the way, the series could end tonight. So if you want to get in on our jersey raffle, $10 to enter. I think we've got like 15 entries or so. You can get up to 3 entries per game. So if you send in 3 $10 ones or a $30 one or whatever, if you want to do, Seeps and I do a beer bong race, that would also knock out your 3 raffle tickets as well. Winner gets a free Mavs jersey or any NBA jersey of your choice at the end of this series. So if you want to enter, $10. We appreciate the love and the support. Of course, all super chats will get on screen. All right, who you got? Who you got?
Here, let me ask you something. If the Timberwolves, knock on wood here, if they would get a victory tonight.
And they could. It wouldn't shock me.
Definitely. Would you have any concern about the Mavs possibly dropping the series?
No, not dropping the series, but I could see it coming back to Dallas.
Yeah.
I mean, look, like, it's never happened, right?
Yeah.
Now, up until 5-6 years ago, a 16 seed had never beaten a 1 in the NCAA tournament. It's happened twice in like 5 years, so it'll happen eventually. But I just think what you were mentioning earlier, I just don't think it's a good matchup series for the T-Wolves. Now, if Cat starts shooting 45% from 3, which he's capable of, then that maybe they could shoot their way into a series. Like, I just don't think it's not going to change for Edwards. Maybe tonight it does a little bit with Lively out, but I think he'll be back the next game or at least by game 6.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to all of a sudden have his way at the rim consistently, just based on who the Mavs have. Like, and by the way, in the first 3 games, they have gotten major contributions from role players. Game 1, Jaden McDaniels lights out, 6 of 8 from 3. Game 2, Naz Reid, 7 for 9 from 3. And then game 3, McDaniels and Kyle Anderson were really good again. Like, is that going to continue? Like, I think the only chance the T-Wolves would pull off the miracle is like Ant and Cat are going to have to combine for 60-plus every game and shoot lights out 4 games in a row. I just don't – could it happen tonight and they win a game? Yeah. Could it happen in game 5 too? 4 in a row, though? I think the Mavs are too good defensively for that to happen.
And just the quality of shots, like, each team has been getting. Like, the Mavs – I will also give credit to Luka. I've always thought of him as a tremendous playmaker. Some of the passes he makes.
He's an unreal passer.
Like, in terms of like LeBron Magic, like, he's probably 3rd there on my list of all-time great passers as like a big forward.
I'll say it. I think he's a better passer than LeBron, especially with that
the behind the back flick.
The skip pass from the strong side to the far corner. I don't think anyone makes that pass better.
He does such a good job of looking off that defender where it's like they go fly corner, quick kick down to the big, and it's an easy dunk.
Well, and his pick and roll just operation where he gets the defender, usually McDaniels, like on his back hip where he can pump, get him on his hip, get the foul call, or if Gobert cheats forward, like kind of the put-away dunk to Gafford the other night, he just lobs it up with the left hand, by the way. And if they don't crash, he's either going to rise and shoot the floater or he's going to have a wide open shooter in the corner. So, like, again, when you get back to, like, could the T-Wolves get back to the series, like, I don't think anything for them is changing defensively. Like, they're just going to have to outscore the Mavs, which they're not really built like that. Like, they're not a great half-court offense. They're a really good defensive team, and at times they've challenged Dallas. But, like, the Mavs' offensive game plan is not going to change. Like, I think maybe they start doubling Luka more, which they did a little bit in Game 3, but I don't think anybody passes out of doubles better than Luka either,
No.
especially to those bigs in the paint. So then it's a 4-on-3. So I don't know. I think it's I'll say this. Maybe this is a hot take. If I were Minnesota, I would bench Gobert.
I was about to say that.
I would just try like what it's kind of a desperate move. Like you're kind of admitting you're desperate, but like why not? You're down 3-0 in the Western Conference Finals. Like, are you trying to still keep your season going? I would bring him off the bench. I would start Naz Reid, and I would go with a 5-out offense, and I would just try to shoot the lights out because I think that's the only way they can get back into the series.
I was literally just going to make that point. Like, and also it would open up driving lanes for Anthony Edwards. Like, I feel like he is just –
they could try to get switches more maybe. Like
like
that's why the Mavs are so deadly too is because sometimes they'll go to that Luka Kyrie screen game where like, okay, if you're going to switch it, then Luka's on a much smaller defender like Mike Conley, or if you fight through it, you're usually going to find an angle. Like it's just like if you did that with Minnesota, you could run more like Conley Edwards screen action where Conley's actually been really good in this series. He's hit a lot of threes. He's kind of made some late game errors, but you could do more Naz Reid pick and pop because he's clearly been there. He's been better than Cat.
Yeah.
Like, I think one of Cat or Gobert I would bring off the bench. And I would bring Gobert off the bench because I would try to find more offense and try to outscore this team because I just don't think – like, Gobert has never bothered Luka as a defender.
And
like, he just hasn't.
Like, also, like, obviously Gobert, he's a good defender. I hate to take that people say he's a terrible defender.
No, he's a good defender. For whatever reason, though, the Mavs have – when he was in Utah, he didn't give Luka problems. Now he's not. Again, it's just a matchup thing. Luka can manipulate players so easily in the pick and roll. Like, he'll see Gobert cheat up, like, it feels like an inch, and then right in the instant, he'll throw the lob over him.
And also, I think the mental side of it, like, these guys for the Mavs, like they're like foaming at the mouth when they see Gobert switched onto him.
Yep.
Like the clip of Luka.
Dude, he's telling Jaden Hardy,
like,
go after him.
I don't care. That's a 4-time depoy. Go at him.
Yeah.
And I just think that mental side of the game of basketball too matters so much. And like they just get excited when they see Gobert on them.
Yeah, they're confident. Like, I don't know, man. It's just like I think you and I both listened to Jason Temp with the Volume. He's on Cowherd's network. Like, I think he made a good point of, like, when these series end, you have to, like, I think momentum can be exaggerated. Like, it's all about matchups. But I do think momentum within a series is real.
Definitely.
The Mavs mentally are just a level above Minnesota right now. Like, they just are. If it's tight late, it's big advantage Dallas.
Exactly. Like even if like even if it's a 10-point game going into the fourth, like Dallas is still like
still
we're gonna
in
pull this out.
Yeah.
And it's just it comes back to you got two guys and Kyrie and Luka. Nobody can guard them.
And that's the thing too. Like the Mavs run a heavy screen offense, pick and roll offense, but like they also have two excellent ISO players. Yeah. So like they can just say, hey Kyrie, go run ISO for the next 3 possessions and he'll probably score twice.
The end of game 3, like I think it was like 3 straight mid-ranges from Luka and Kyrie. Yeah. Great defense. It just doesn't matter with those two.
Well, that's the thing in the playoffs too, like, you know, all these analytic people, and I get it, but like they don't want you taking contested twos, but like with those two guys, like sometimes, hey, get to your spot and score. Like,
exactly.
You got to get a bucket when it's crunch time like that. A few minutes till tip-off. Type me if you're ready to go. Ready to rock and roll. For those wondering where Coop is, he is in the building at the American Airlines Center. Got my guy Patrick Seepman, a.k.a. Seeps, hanging out tonight. We're fired up to be here, and hopefully it's the last game of the series, and we're on to the finals. Just looking ahead, I don't want to be jinx guy, but like, how do you think Dallas matches up with Boston?
I actually think the matchups favor Dallas. I understand, like, Tatum and Brown are a tougher matchup for Luka.
They're thicker than McDaniels.
Definitely, but
at the same time, though, if one of them is tasked with guarding Luka, their offense takes a hit, 100%. I would have to think. So, like, you almost live with that trade-off.
And also, I know Drew Holiday and Derek White, tremendous defenders. Neither of those
They're not strong enough to defend Luka.
Or quick enough to guard Kyrie.
Yeah. I think they'll probably alternate those two on Kyrie and alternate Tatum and Brown on Luka, try to throw different looks, try to salvage energy for some offense too. That'll be interesting. Obviously got to get there first. But
key stat, the Celtics are the worst pick and roll defense in the playoffs this season.
Yeah.
What do the Mavericks do? Probably almost better than any team we've seen
Yeah.
of recent memory.
Yeah.
Pick and roll.
Porzingis' status feels pretty big for that series. If he
Huge.
comes back, I think that I would lean Dallas if he's not in it. If he's in it, I think it's kind of a toss-up. I think it could go either way.
Great series, though, either way.
Yeah, I do think it'll be a good series. Omar's Burner, we'll get you down for another raffle ticket. $10, enter our jersey raffle. He said, saw a stat that the Mavs so far have 48 alley-oops in the playoffs. Pretty sure second place team is at 9. Yeah, that TNT mentioned this last game, Seeps.
Yeah.
The Mavs, I think it was 45 entering that game, so maybe it's 48 now. They have 45 or I guess 48 alley-oop dunks in the playoffs. Denver is second with 9. They're not even playing anymore. So, like,
it's incredible.
that just goes to show, A, you have two really good rollers in Gafford and Lively, but you've got the best pick-and-roll operator on the planet by a pretty wide margin in Luka Doncic.
Yeah. I mean, his ability, like, especially he's such a big dude. Like, if he gets you on his hip, it's over.
Like, yeah, I've been pretty surprised that the alley-oop game has still been this prevalent in this series.
Yeah.
Like, if Gobert cheats an inch, he throws it.
Exactly.
Like, he just gets him flat-footed. I mean, Luka's, like, cat-like quick decision-making is
It's insane.
so impressive.
And you would think size would be able to throw off the alley-oop game, and the Timberwolves are a big team, but Luka's been picking it apart.
It's been amazing. Been amazing. Couple minutes till tip-off. Continue to spam me. We got Ty Man, Khalil, Christian, Nate. If the Mavs win, it will be tonight. So if you do want to get in on that jersey raffle, yes, tonight is the night. So get them in there if you want more. You can get up to 3 per night. So Omar is allowed to add 2 more if he wants to. Everybody else can get 3. Navman, Gobert is the worst depoy ever. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, I agree with Seeps. I think in a vacuum, he's a very good defender, but I do think it's questionable that a guy can win Defensive Player of the Year 4 times, and if you get him on the perimeter with a good guard, he can't guard.
Yeah.
Now, part of that's just being a 7-foot center, but, like, I don't know, man. Like, maybe I'm just, like, caught in the moment. I look at how, like, Lou Dort can slow down Luka sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, and that guy can defend 3-4 positions. You're telling me Gobert is a better overall defender? I mean, maybe he's got more impact with the passing lane's ability to kind of tighten up those passes, but and look, I'm a little biased because the Mavs have always played well against Gobert. So like, I don't watch Gobert 75 times a year. So like, it's a little different, but
and also I feel like NBA playoff, it's more of like, you know, each possession feels bigger than it is, and like when you have Gobert on the outside and you take advantage of him, like it feels. And also, there's a swagger and confidence you get when you do hit a shot over a guy like that. You're like, oh, I just hit that.
Well, and I do wonder, too, that these teams just go so much harder in the playoffs that maybe that extra 5 to 10%, Gobert doesn't have that next 5 to 10%.
That next level.
Like in the regular season on a Tuesday night in January, he's got 5 blocks. He's switching onto guards and holding his own. These teams ramp it up in the playoffs. Maybe he's not able to. I don't know. I don't know. About to tip it up here at the American Airlines Center, packed house in downtown Dallas. Here we go. Let's see if the Mavericks can close it out tonight. Let's see if they can close it out tonight. I'll tell you what, if I'm Anthony Edwards, I'm jacking up 30 shots tonight.
Oh, yeah. Minimum 30.
They're going to stick with their same starting 5, both teams. So Gobert and Towns still in there. Jaden McDaniels, Anthony Edwards, Mike Conley for the Mavericks, no changes. Doncic, Irving, Derek Jones Jr., P.J. Washington, Daniel Gafford. Obviously, no Derek Lively tonight. Jason Kidd said that Maxi Kleber, if he plays, will play in 3 4-minute chunks, which is kind of what they've done with the centers anyway in this series with Lively and Gafford, where they'll play like 4 minutes and then sub out, keep them fresh. So we'll see how many minutes Kleber can go tonight. Here we go, about to tip things up at midcourt. 155-0, teams when leading 3-0 in a series. Mavs looking to make that 156-0. They got 4 chances to do it. Here we go, Doncic as the Mavs control the tip. He's defended by Edwards. Is that an adjustment they're making here?
Yeah, that's early.
Doncic driving, kicks it out. Derek Jones gets into the paint. He gets stopped. Washington over into the corner. Luka thought about the 3, defended by Ant. He'll rise and fire. No good. So I think that's one adjustment early. They're going to go with Edwards, who may have a little more strength than McDaniel. Certainly not as long. We'll see how that impacts things. Ant on the left baseline. Finds Gobert slashing. They're going to call a foul on the floor. Oh, they're going to say that Ant stepped out of bounds on that pass. Turnover Minnesota.
You also got to think, Ant's going to exhaust a lot of energy guarding Luka.
I'm guessing he asked for that assignment. But yeah, I mean, they need him to score too. Kyrie, floater, good. Mavs on the board early, 2-0. Like to see Kyrie getting going early in this one. McDaniels, defended by Gafford on the perimeter. He shoots a mid-range, good. Tell you what, Jaden McDaniels has shot the ball pretty damn well in this series. Luka tries the 75-foot outlet pass, but too high for Gafford, turns it over. Here comes Conley the other way. Finds Cat trailing. He'll put it on the deck. Floater off the glass is good. Over Gafford. Good contest, but got it to go. 4-2 Minnesota. Here comes Doncic. Yeah, that's clearly an adjustment they've made here. They're putting Ant on Doncic and McDaniels on Irving. Gafford sets the screen. Luka, step back from 20. Short. He's missed his first two early. Rebound Edwards. It's kind of been a spot in the playoffs just beyond that elbow and missed that one. Edwards, good pass to Gobert. Stripped by Kyrie. Ooh, Luka almost traveled. Gets it over to Kyrie, who sprints across corner. Washington 3. No good. Mavs get the offensive rebound. Derek Jones, good hustle play there. Doncic, he'll rise from 3. It's good. 5-4 Dallas, making them pay with the offensive glass. I've been impressed, Seeps, with how many offensive rebounds Dallas has gotten against a team you would think would control the glass here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, those guys just flying in off misses, like, you got the athletes to do it.
Edwards stripped, but they're going to call a reaching foul, I think, on Washington. I'll tell you what, the visual of Chris Finch sitting in the second row has been the most funny thing.
I don't know why they can't get him on the court. Maybe.
I think they're worried about players stepping on him and shit.
Yeah,
because he's got a messed up leg. That's the only thing that makes sense. Edwards to the line for 2. Let's see who that foul was on. I think it was on Washington. Let's see. The foul was on, no, it was on Derek Jones. He must have reached in on the weak side. He makes them both. 6-5 Minnesota. Doncic brings it across. 1 for his first 3. Defended by Ant again. Oh, Ant stripped him. Oh, they're going to call a foul, though. That looked pretty clean. I'd love to see a replay there. Thought that was a good strip. Let's see. Right, he had his right arm on his hip. The strip was clean with the left hand, but he reached around. Yeah, he's got him hooked just enough with the right arm.
Also, I haven't noticed the Timberwolves trying to double it all when it is just one-on-one versus Ant.
Yeah, they're giving him an opportunity to try and slow him down. Jones, tough pass to Irving, gets it off the tip, but then he turns it over. It's kind of a force in the corner. Here comes Conley. Edwards, defended by Washington. Drives past Gafford. Tough floater. Blocked by Gafford. Oh, are they going to get the foul there too? Looks like they are. Scott Foster, the extender in the building tonight.
Legacy game.
I'll tell you what, too, Seeps. Coop and I have been very critical of TNT. They don't show replays.
No,
it's unbelievable. They don't show replays.
I was literally talking about that with somebody the other day. Like, they do not.
Ball don't lie, question mark? Missed the first. Looked clean, but Gafford didn't really bark either, so maybe he got him on the wrist. Who knows? We could know if we saw a replay, but
they just decided not to show it.
Just production truck sleeping early here. Missed them both. Already tired from guarding Luka for 3 minutes.
And now he's on Kyrie.
Kyrie blows past him, gets into the paint. Oh, my God, Kyrie. Bad turnover again. I'll tell you what, he has 2 turnovers in every first quarter. He's just not a first-quarter player. Conley gets a screen from Gobert, gets that right-hand floater good. I'll tell you what, that's been a patented shot for about 15 years from him.
Yeah.
Loves going with that right-handed floater. Luka gets a screen from Gaff. McDaniels on him this time, so maybe they're going to do it in like 3-minute chunks.
Yeah.
Just throw different guys at him. A lot of contact here. No whistle. Finds Jones on the back cut. Floater, no good. Good test by Cat. 2-on-2. Edwards coming. Rises. Lays it up.
What a
Gets to
finish.
go. Good finish from Edwards. Mavs a little slow out of the gates here. Down 10-5, 4 minutes in. Here comes Kyrie. Kicks it out to Doncic. Edwards on him this time. Steps back from 20. Good.
That's a spot.
Gobert didn't even contest that. He's already barking at him. He hates Rudy, dude.
It's like a shark seeing blood in the water anytime he switched on to him.
Cat on the left wing gets it to Ant just inside the three-point line. Back to Towns, driving. Throws up a tough floater. They got to call that on the ground, on the floor. I think that's before the shot. If I were the Mavs, it sounds, I won't say it sounds crazy based on how he shot. I would sag off a half step on Cat, force him to make a couple of threes. Because the one thing he kind of got going last game was driving to the rack. He got a couple to go. So.
And he already looks to be more aggressive here.
Yeah,
Getting to the rim.
and he's putting it on. Yeah, he's putting it on the deck. So I'd sag off a half step. Side out of bounds. It was a foul on the floor. Conley 2-man game with Gobert. Irving fighting through the screen. Not this time. Pull up three from Conley. No good. He's been making that shot all series. So good to see him miss one. Here comes Doncic the other way, trailing 10-7. Luka step back three. Good.
He's locked.
It's cash. 10-10. After an 0-2 start, he has made his last 3 shots. 8 points already.
Cooking.
He shot the 3 ball so much better this series. He really had a career year shooting it about 38% when he's kind of been a career 35% guy as Minnesota turns it over. First 2 rounds of the playoffs, it wasn't there. This round, it's been there the entire series. Doncic the other way. Gets it to Kyrie. Defended by Gobert. He needs to put him in a blender here. He'll pull up from 3. No good. See, I'd like to see him try to blow past there.
So at least get him in rotation.
Edwards, transition 3, no good. Irving coming the other way, 3-on-4. Still drive, little pull up from 10, no good. Dwight Powell into the game. Kyrie stumbles, would have gotten the offensive rebound, but fell down. So we see Dwight Powell before Maxi Kleber tonight, so that's notable.
The one thing about Ant that I think has caused him to struggle is, like, right there on that last possession, him taking that pull-up 3, you kind of got numbers. If you just beat that one guy, like, even just by a step, like, they're going to get in rotation. So.
I think I wonder if he's thinking, like, if I can get a couple outside jumpers to go early, then they got to tighten up on me, and then my chances of blowing by are better. But,
definitely.
Yeah. Especially with Powell in the game, too. It's like, dude, you need to get downhill there.
Yeah.
All right, 10-10, about midway through the first quarter. We'll tell you guys about our sponsor, Prize Picks. Seeps and I playing Prize Picks on a daily basis. You guys should be as well. Our 3-player entry tonight for the best daily fantasy sports app out there is this. Rudy Gobert, less than 11 rebounds. So far, he's got 2. We're going to take more than Luka Doncic, 9 assists. He's looking to score early. Doesn't have any. More on the Kyrie threes, 1.5. Hasn't hit one yet, but it's early. 10 to win about 40 there with that third one being a goblin pick, easier to hit. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS to get a deposit match up to $100. With Prize Picks, you could turn $10 into $1,000 depending on your entry that you place. Tons of different options available. NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, Major League Baseball, esports ramping up in the month of June. It's all at your disposal. PrizePicks.com/CLNS, code CLNS. And by the way, you can cross over sports within your 2 to 6 player entries. Link is in the live chat.
So interesting seeing Mavs go Dwight Powell.
Yeah.
Especially this early.
Yeah, you wonder if they're going to ease. Well, I would guess a couple things. So with Kleber saying, or with Kidd saying Kleber would play 3 to 4 minute spurts. A, he's probably on a minutes restriction.
Definitely.
B, they may want those spurts to be available in the second half more so. So, like, they may not go to him until the second quarter. So we'll see. We'll see. I think he knows he's going to have to find some minutes beyond Kleber at the 5 somewhere. So get a few Dwight Powell first quarter minutes when it's lower leverage in the game.
I think the biggest positive for Dallas so far is Luka seeing 2 outside shots go in, even that shot from the elbow.
Yep.
It just helps his confidence moving forward this game, and now he's going to be ultra aggressive. He's going to try to drop 40 now and try to end this tonight.
Yeah, no question. I mean, the Mavs are just 4 of 11 from the field, and they're tied at 10. Now the T-Wolves only have 6 shots. They have 3 turnovers early on, so it's kind of been a clunky start.
Honestly, I'm with you. I would run that Reed, Karl-Anthony Towns lineup.
Dude, I just my thing too is it'd be one thing if Gobert was controlling the paint defensively in the series, but he's not. So yeah, you might give up more points, you probably will, but okay, you need to play 5 out.
I mean, getting cooked regardless.
That is how I would play this team if I was Minnesota.
It's Gobert, his touch around the rim is just. It's been terrible this series.
He's just not if you can test him at all around the rim, I like your chances for him to miss.
Also, I thought it was a great point you made. If I were the Mavs, I would start baiting Cat to start taking some of these threes.
Yeah, I would sag off. Look, he knocks down a couple in a row, okay. Then you adjust. But there was a game, I think it was a game 2, Gaffer got stuck on a switch on Cat on the perimeter, and he's guarding him outside the 3-point line. I'm like, dude, no.
Just let him, if he wants to take it,
if he rises and fires, that's fine. But you're not going to be able to stay in front of him for 25 feet. Let's play our percentages a little better here. Working Edwards on the left baseline. Josh Green into the game as well. He'll check in for Derek Jones Jr. Edwards step back 2-pointer is good. 12-10. This feels like a Luka Ant game.
Yeah. Normally is in these closeouts.
Yeah. Dwight Powell trying to find an outlet. Is someone going to help him? Nope, he turns it over. What the fuck was that? Conley finds Gobert in transition, makes the layup. I mean, that's just a brutal turnover. 14-10. Double screen. The Mavs have gone to that quite a bit too.
Yeah.
Luka gets downhill, gets stripped. You got to get rid of it. Resets, one-on-one with Edwards. One-legged fade, high up in the air. No good. I don't love that possession.
Yeah, if you're Minnesota, you would take that every time.
Luka can obviously hit that shot, but if you're T-Wolves, you're living with that look. Gobert, that's a hell of a pass by Rudy, I got to be honest. 16-10, 6-0 spurt out of the TV timeout.
Hey, Cat has not taken a 3 yet. He's gotten downhill. You
can
see the adjustment in his mindset.
Yeah. Jumper's not there. I'm going to go to the basket. Josh Green driving baseline. Other corner, Washington 3. No good. They've missed a couple pretty wide open looks in the corner early. Edwards, nice crossover. Josh Green recovers. Defending him on the left. Baseline, trap him. Good trap by Dallas. T-Wolves moving it around. Cat at the top. He's driving. Lefty floater. Was that a pass or a shot?
Pass.
Because if that was a shot, that was about 5 feet off. Gobert caught it and got fouled.
But even right there, end of the shot clock, if that was games 1 through 3, Cat would have probably taken a step back or just jab step, put it up. But
by the way, Dwight Powell checks into the game. 6-0 spurt the other way.
Yeah.
You're just not going to be able to play him much. He just no resistance there around the rim.
Also, one thing about Anthony Edwards, I've loved the way the Mavericks have blitzed him. I feel like he doesn't make his reads as quickly as other stars do when they get doubled.
No, he's got to see that. He got to identify that sooner. There's little things in his game that he still has a lot of things to work on.
Yeah,
I think just becoming a better creator for others in general. But yeah, he doesn't pass well out of the double. That was something forever that Embiid struggled with, but Definitely. He finally became a really good passer out of the double in the post. Gobert missed the first. Second free throw is good. Mavs need to get a good look here. Jaden Hardy checks into the game. He's been a nice little spark plug in this series. Gonna go small here, by the way. Or no, Gaff is back in. Luka, tough floater. Wanted the foul, didn't get it. Here comes Naz Reid the other way. Kyle Anderson into the game. Corner 3 on the other end. McDaniels, no good. Get a rebound. Luka does. That's a foul.
Gobert.
Rudy.
That's just a dumb foul. So right there, I think he had Hardy on his hip, and he chose to kick out to McDaniels. I'm like, let's go up with that.
Yeah. I get it's an open look, but it's kind of
Especially McDaniels has been money.
He's been good in the corner this series. Mavs struggling from the field. We'll see if they can get a good look here. Hardy, he'll drive inside, lay it up and in.
Oh,
he missed it. He smoked a wide open layup. I just assumed he was going to make that because no one slid over. Good God. Edwards, step back three. Good. 20-10. Jesus. Mavs getting blitzed early.
Now Ant's starting to play with some swagger out there.
Mavs have missed 6 shots in a row. I mean, that's literally a layup that, and PJ just gets blocked. This is clunky, man.
Bad shot selection right there.
I don't need a 13-foot floater from PJ Washington. He's defending Edwards, gets a screen. Gafford slides over, floater, no good. Offensive rebound, Edwards again, no good. Need a basket. Oh my gosh, almost turned it over. Hardy in the front court. No points in the last 4 and change for Dallas. They haven't scored since that TV timeout. It was 10-all, 10-0 run since. Hardy driving, no good. God almighty, man, this is tough to watch. Naz Reid driving, lays it up, no good. Luka coming the other way. They need to try and run out on these, I think. Get some transition baskets. Luka gets fouled.
Oh. Luka wasn't
Old
too happy.
chippy. Luka, Anderson, and Josh Green, John. See what happened. We'll get a replay for this. I guess he just didn't think Anderson. Did he take a swipe at the you know where?
I don't know.
Kind of looked like he did. I don't know if it was intentional or not.
TNT, another terrible replay.
Yeah.
Couldn't even see it.
Get a replay with 3 bodies. No, just tons of traffic.
Hey, that's why you guys hit the subscribe button right here.
That's why you
Help
join
out.
us. We give you the best coverage possible. Hit that sub button. Trying to get to 27,700 ASAP, then we'll get to the next mini milestone. Not a good start, man. I mean, even some of the shots they hit early weren't like great looks.
I mean, they're 4 of 17 from the field, 2 of 6. I mean, they're shooting 23%, and the T-Wolves are...
They're shooting 57%.
Yeah, 57. I mean, they just aren't getting good looks right now.
It's early. You got to settle in. Like, don't let this balloon to like 16 or 18. Play a good 250. Get this within maybe 6 or 8 at the end of the quarter. Just try to settle in a bit.
It's getting a little chippy here too.
Well, you know the T-Wolves. They're not gonna fold. They're gonna be scrappy till the end.
There's something interesting I've noticed about PJ Washington. When he's taking these corner threes, like he'll almost take like a rhythm jump.
Yeah.
Like when he catches it, he'll kind of just go like a little one of those just to kind of get him back in rhythm. I notice it every single time now he takes it.
Okay, interesting. I'll keep an eye on that.
Especially if he's wide.
He hasn't shot as efficiently this series, but I will say, for sure the last 2 games, but I feel like in all 3 of these games, he's hit a massive 3 in the final 5 minutes.
Yes.
Like, he's been so clutch. Yeah, Sean, I'm with you. That's the one thing about Kidd. He's a big believer in letting the players figure it out, but like, I don't know. You miss 6 or 7 in a row, like just take a TO and get to a set that you like. Lively being out is definitely going to hurt. Yeah, I mean, look, you check in Dwight Powell instead of Derek Lively. It's a big difference.
Yeah, huge difference.
It's a big difference. You need Gaff to play a little better, and when he's out of the game, you got to find combinations that work. So that's up to Jason Kidd to figure out. We'll see when he goes to Maxi Kleber. I wouldn't be shocked if he went to some small ball minutes. They played about 2.5 minutes in the fourth quarter of Game 3 with Washington at the 5. It's hard to do that against this team, but
it is.
That's why winning Game 3 was so critical, though, once Lively went out. Because imagine just the nervous energy in the building right now if it's 2-1 and you're down 10 early. It's like, Lively's still out. We don't know if he's coming back next game. Yep. Series has shifted. Like, yeah, it would suck if they didn't win tonight, but it's not the end of the world.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
I mean, then if you're thinking, like, if you didn't take Game 3, next 2.
Exactly. I
mean,
winning Game 3 once Lively went down was pretty pivotal.
Yeah.
Pretty pivotal. Sick of all the chippy shit roll up on Cat.
I mean, it is going to get chippy tonight.
It's going to be chippy. It's going to be chippy. The Mavs would be the lowest seed to ever sweep a conference finals.
Wow.
Portland as a 3 seed did it against the Lakers in 1977. Mavs are a 5.
Pretty incredible.
Now, they played like a top 2 or 3 after the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Their win-loss was one of the best in the NBA. Doncic to the line for 2. First free throw is good. Make both of these, stop and score, settle in a bit.
I was gonna say, I feel like the Mavs have been playing pretty bad early and could only be an 8-point game after this make.
Yep. Good sign to see Derek Lively on the bench, by the way. Like, the fact that he's in the building is probably bodes well for if he needs to come back at some point in this series. He probably can. Made them both. Kyle Anderson going to bring it across for Minnesota. Oh, Maxi Kleber in the game.
Here we go.
Got a sleeve on his right shoulder. The one he injured against the Clippers. Cat into the corner. Edwards off the pass. He drives, hanging, banking, no good. He'll go to the line. He's trying to get downhill tonight,
Yep.
Seeps.
And he saw, Timberwolves, I don't know if that was designed, but getting Maxi Kleber in action early in a pick and roll, having the pick up Ant.
Test that shoulder.
Yeah.
He's got some kind of compression sleeve on his right because he's wearing an undershirt, but the right sleeve has like an extra, some kind of compression padding to it. So definitely still recovering there. Ant makes both. 10-point game. Doncic coming the other way. 2.5 to go. See if the Mavs can go on a mini run to end this quarter. Ant with 11 first quarter points. Easily the best start he's been off to in any game. Luka makes Anderson fall. Got the switch on to Cat. Cat actually played some pretty good help defense there. Anderson back on Doncic. 5 on the shot clock. 4, 3. Wow. Tough fadeaway 3 from Luka. I just don't like that possession.
Yeah. Nobody else touched the ball.
No. Edwards pulls up at the elbow. Good. He's cooking, man.
Yep. He's confident.
Well, and the thing, too, having Maxi helps, but you're not going to run pick and roll with Maxi.
No.
So it just changes the whole dynamic. Oh, my God. Hardy's fallen to the floor. Gets it over to Luka. 10 on the shot clock. Trapping Luka. Gets it to Kleber. They're going to call foul on Towns. I think that's the first in the final 2 minutes.
On this last pull-up for Ant, just having these guys on their heels, just because you got to respect him getting to the rim, and it just makes it so much easier for him to get to his spot.
Yeah. He's come out with an aggressive mindset. He's almost doing tonight what you thought he'd do more in Game 3. He kind of did it in the third quarter, but definitely not consistently. Kyrie back into the game, looking for some offense. Kicks it out. Hardy, big 3 here. Got it!
What a shot.
Jaden Hardy cuts it to 9. 90 seconds left. It's going to stop and score. Edwards behind the back. Gets it to Towns, who's slashing. Good defense by Maxi. Yeah, that's offensive. Cat lowered the shoulder. Maxi held his ground. It's going the other way.
Bad move by Cat.
That might have been a time. I might have pulled that if I was Cat from 3. It's a wide open kind of transition catch and shoot type of shot.
Yeah.
Green, corner 3. That one's good. Mavs go back-to-back just like that. It's a 6-point game.
This would be huge for Dallas.
Be huge to be within 6 at the end of 1. Final minute of the quarter. Naz Reid, he's driving. Good contest, better finish.
This guy's got the best touch around the rim I've seen in a long time.
I knew he had a good year. He's even better than I thought he was. He's
awesome.
He's been really good. He's been really good. Kyrie off the pick. He takes a 3, but he stepped out of bounds. He just cannot play in the first quarter. I don't know what it is. It's 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
And they're all like unforced errors, stepping out of bounds, just getting stripped in the paint. Yeah, his left heel's out of bounds.
Nasri, the touch he has on these long layups.
He's way better around the basket than I thought. I knew he was a good shooting big, but he'll put the ball on the deck and go score.
He looks like a guard.
Yeah. Edwards gets a screen from Naz. I call a foul on Josh Green. 25 feet from the basket. Free throws for Ant.
Mavs had a chance right there.
Down 6 with the ball, or down 8 with the ball after you had cut it to 6, and now probably back to 10. Edwards makes the first.
It's up to 14.
T-Wolves going to get the final shot of the quarter, too, unless Dallas goes extraordinarily fast. McDaniels back into the game for this defensive possession upcoming. Missed the second. Nas knocks it out of bounds. Down 9, if you can get a basket here and a stop, all things considered, I'd take that. Is that 3 misses from Ant at the free throw line? It's the only thing he hasn't done well tonight. Kyrie, step back 3. Way short. Minnesota rebounds.
Terrible shot.
It's almost like he tried to go that super quick 2-for-1, but it was too late anyway. So why pull that? Final shot for Minnesota. Really like to keep the single digits here. Ant crosses over Kyrie. Makes good makeup defense. Josh Green gets the turnover. Inside midcourt. Josh all the way to the rack. Gets fouled. What a momentum shift that could be if he can get 2 free throws here. What a bad turnover from Edwards. A, he went too fast with the amount of time left. And B, he threw it right to Josh Green, who could just sprint the other way.
I mean, that's been his biggest issue is, these kick-out passes when, defense collapses in on him. He just hasn't been able to make those quick reads.
Kyrie did a good job of catching back up to Ant because Ant had the step initially.
He is so good at blowing by that initial defender. Like, if he just takes that next step where he's money with the secondary defender, but it's his age showing.
Yeah, 22. First free throw, good. Come on, Josh, make them both. He does. 0.2 left, so that's the end of the quarter. We'll just throw it in, and that'll be into 1. There you go. All right. Grade that quarter for the Mavericks. I mean, it wasn't a good quarter, but I feel like they stopped the bleeding a little bit there. Survived a 10-0 run. T-Wolves 27, Mavs 20. I'll go D. Wasn't a disaster, but it certainly was not a great start. Not a great start. Texas couple says F. Omar, yep. Kyrie 14-0 in closeout games. Neil McCoy, F. Base, D-. Green Bulldog, D+. Navman, C. Trevi Sports says G-. Joe says D+. F- from Neil McCoy. CT Reacts says D+. Todd says C-. I'd give it a flat D. Not a good quarter, but it could have been worse. You were down 12 at one point, cut it to 7 here. So, all things considered, I'll take it. I mean, the Mavericks shot 6 for 21 that quarter. 3-ball kind of keeping them in it, 4 of 10. T-Wolves just 1 of 4. So, you're plus 9 from 3, but you are minus 16 everywhere else. T-Wolves not taking advantage of getting to the line, just 6 for 10. Mavs 4 for 4 at the line. Points in the paint, I would guess this is big advantage Minnesota. Yeah, 14-2. Mavs dominated points in the paint first 2 games. Minnesota won last game by 10. They're up 12 in the paint tonight. I think that's a result of a little bit of Derek Lively being out and B, Edwards just being a more effective and Towns starting to go downhill a little bit more.
Yeah, I think Ant's shown his mindset already tonight. He's going to be aggressive, going to attack the rim.
Yep.
Then if he hits a couple jump shots, he'll probably go for 30-40 tonight.
Yeah, I mean, look, you kind of look at the box seats. Luka's got 10 points. The rest of the starting 5 has 2 points. That's not very sustainable. And even Luka, he started 3 of 5. He missed his last 3, so it's not like he had a great quarter by any means. So he's also minus 12 in the box. I thought you weathered that fairly well. Got down 12, cut it to 7, so could have been worse.
I mean, yeah, they're shooting 62.5%. You're shooting 28.
Yeah.
That
kind of tells the story. Both teams a little sloppy. T-Wolves 5 turnovers, Mavs 4. Minnesota also missed 4 free throws that quarter. 6 for 10.
I feel like Minnesota just has to play such a perfect game to win right now. And
I mean, the Mavs have not been good at all, and it's a 7-point game.
It's a 7-point game. I mean, if you're Dallas, you're like, hey, we'll take that.
Kyrie wakes up a little.
Yeah.
Luka, Washington, or Jones makes a couple of shots.
Yeah, Coop is at the game, everybody.
Yeah,
Instead of
Coop's at the
filling in.
game. Seeps, a.k.a. Patrick Seatman, hanging out tonight. So
As was that the star, Micah Parsons, at the game?
no way, right?
I can't.
Let me see if
We were getting that report that there could
there
be
was a report from a Mavericks report. He said unconfirmed rumor that let me find the exact tweet here. Give me a second here. Unconfirmed rumor of extra notable VIP sitting courtside tonight. So notable it's hard to believe. Guess we'll know soon. I feel like we would have seen that person by now.
I feel like we
TNT would have
would've
showed
too.
that person.
And I don't think Micah's that person.
No, it's not. Micah's smaller than Mahomes and Kelsey being there.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say unconfirmed indeed.
Yeah.
All right, T-Wolves to start the second quarter with the ball. Nick Alexander-Walker gets a screen. He'll take a three. In and out. Offensive rebound to Anderson. Conley for three. Got to get rebounds. That was a long rebound. That was a tough one to get, but got to get rebounds.
Yep.
Conley's been deadly on those open threes this series. Dante Exum into the game. Oh, my God. Washington
Sloppy.
almost turned it over. Minnesota's playing tight defense here. Kyrie trying to put Nas in a blender. Good defense from Reed. 4 on the shot clock. Kicks it over. Green, catch and shoot 3. No good. Just you're not getting good shots,
No.
man.
I mean,
that's
the
a late
Timberwolves-
clock 3 with a contest to Josh Green.
I mean, they've ramped it up a lot.
They have. They're pressuring the ball handlers pretty tight. Nas Reed goes to the rack, misses a kind of a layup.
Yeah.
Good contest late, but still a shot you'd expect him to make. Irving, he's trying to get downhill. Lefty floater, good! Silky smooth. Kyrie Irving cuts it to 8.
His lefty floater game, like as in terms of your non-dominant hand, he might have the best of all.
For a 6'2 guard, it's ridiculous.
Insane.
That shot he hit, the game winner earlier in the season, was like a
Yep.
sky hook, basically. It was insane. Another turnover for Minnesota. Here comes Irving, 2-on-2. Oh, I thought about the pull-up 3. Gets it over to Washington. He'll drive, kicks it into the corner. Exum.
Conley got him.
Yeah, Conley with the shove on the pass. Kind of a bailout. He didn't need to do that.
No. I mean, this right here, over
Gobert. I mean, all net. It's his bag inside 10 feet is maybe the best of all time.
Like sometimes I watch Kyrie and I'm like, this is the greatest basketball player I've ever seen.
Like he's like the classic guy as he kicks it over to Exum. Dante putting it on the deck. Tough lefty. Oh, my God. Exum left-handed off the glass in. I did not have that on my bingo card tonight.
No, me neither.
I'll get back to that Kyrie thought in a second. Offensive foul, Gobert! So Kyrie, he'll have takes sometimes where like he could just have a normal layup, but he'll like swish layups instead of going off glass where you're just like, the aesthetic of that was so sick.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like, anybody else would just bank that off the square.
It's just different.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Irving, Exum, catch and shoot 3. Good! Dante, is this the Dante Inferno's game? He's been bad all playoffs long, but he was great in the regular season. 40+% three-point shooter. Timeout, Minnesota. Mavs cut it to 3.
Here we go.
Okay, Dante. Let's go. Maybe I should have played you on Prize Picks tonight.
Yeah.
Check in on our 3-player entry, Daily Fantasy. Rudy Gobert, less than 11 rebounds. He has got, let me see here. He's got 5, so we need him to slow down, Rudy.
Yeah.
We took the more on Luka assists. He's got 0, so speed up, Luka. And then more on the Kyrie threes. We've hit the last 2 games. Not feeling good early on in this one. But guess what? When you use code CLNS at prizepicks.com/CLNS, you get a deposit match up to $100 when you sign up and create an account for the first time. So be sure to do that. The way it works is simple. We just showed you an example. But 2 to 6 player entries, the more players you pick, the more money you can win. You can win up to 100 times your money right now. You can submit $10 to win 1,000 on certain entries. Imagine walking home with $1,000 tonight. You can do it. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS when you sign up and get that deposit match. Create that account. It takes less than 90 seconds. Then it takes less than 60 seconds to fire off your first entry. We'll get that link in the live chat so you guys can click and download today. Good spurt seeps for the Mavs to start this second quarter.
Yeah, definitely.
7-3 spurt to start the quarter.
It just always helps when you get contributions from, guys like Dante Exum.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's quite frankly been a disappointment and basically been out of the rotation in this playoff run. But
5 points.
5 quick points. I mean, he's already given you more than you would expect. Josh Green has 5 points as well. So
even though P.J. Washington's struggling early, just getting that.
Yep, him and Derek Jones have combined 0 for 4. Gafford hasn't taken a shot, but he hasn't scored either. So yeah, it's big. It's big.
And Kyrie, when that second half gets going, he'll
see once he sees a couple go in to start that third quarter.
Kyrie's like that guy where he could be 2 of 18 heading into the fourth. I'm still scared of him in the fourth.
Yeah, you're still giving him looks. You're still giving him looks. Yeah, good to see him make that lefty floater a second ago.
That's
so
just ridiculous.
Yeah, the degree of difficulty on that shot is.
I mean, there's one player in the world who can make that.
I think so. With the offhand, maybe like Jokic is a big, but not as a 6'3" guard.
Yeah. Kyrie, he has stuff every game where I feel like I'm watching the best basketball player ever. And obviously he's not, but like.
Oh, the note I was going to say as well on him, he is like the ultimate. What was it, Rucker Park in New York?
Yeah.
He's the number 1 overall pick in every draft.
Yes, him or like Kevin Durant.
You're playing pickup. Kyrie is the number 1 pick in every. Him and Durant are the top 2 guys.
Or like if I had to choose a player to be for a game, I actually think Kyrie would be number 1 on my list just to feel what that's like, to have his handle, to have his finishing.
Yeah.
And
by the way, he's a 40% 3-point shooter. It's ridiculous.
He does everything offensively, A+.
The most impressive thing about him this year, especially in this playoff run, is Jason Kidd has gotten him to play defense.
Yep.
He's been a good defender in the playoffs. He's never going to be great as an undersized guard, but he is committed on that end, and he's been able to stay in front of offensive players.
And he's got the body and physical tools to do so.
Yeah. It's all about commitment. All right, Minnesota inbounds, leading by 3. Anderson defended by Exum. We'll see if this start gives Exum a bit of a leash here. Good block by Gafford. Loose ball on the floor. It's like bowling down there. My goodness, jump ball.
That's insane.
It's like no one wanted to dive on it at first. They were all just reaching down.
It's just a bunch of butterfingers.
I'd love to know what that feels like, by the way, being 6'8" and not even having to bend over. Your arm is just dangling at the ground.
Right here.
Yeah. I don't even know who got tied up there, so we'll see who does the jump. Good block by Gaff after Anderson got past Exum. 7 on the shot clock, so if Minnesota does get it, it looks like it's Green and Edwards. I would give Edwards the pretty sizable advantage here. Green's a good athlete, but he's not Ant. They're about the same. They're both about 6'5". All right, here we go. 7 on the shot clock. Jump ball on the Mavs defensive end. Throw the damn ball up, Scott. Mavs win it because both jumpers whiffed. I feel like that always happens with guys who don't do jump balls. They just don't even make contact.
It's all timing. They have no idea.
They don't practice. Washington drives, gets to the line for 2.
It's a good take.
Yeah, he's kind of done more of that the last couple games because the 3 ball hasn't been as consistent. I've said this, when he gets Cat on the perimeter, put it on the ground every time.
It's just
Cat cannot stay in front of you for 25 feet. He's just not quick enough. Washington to the line for 2, looking to make it a 1-point game. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. First one is good. Sub for Mavs Dubs, trying to get to the NBA Finals.
Oh, Finch in the huddle.
Finch in the huddle.
You got up.
He says, we get down 3-0. I'm getting the whiteboard out. Second free throw from Washington is good. 1-point game. Good job by Dallas to get their feet back into this one. 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Dallas on a 9-0 run. Conley turns the corner. Gafford tried to contest late. Doesn't get over. Easy layup, high off the glass. Kyrie gets a screen from Exum. To Exum in the corner. Oh, moving screen by Irving.
Another sloppy turnover by Kyrie.
Kyrie reminds me of that Vince Young, pardon my take quote. I don't know if you've ever heard this, where he's like, yeah, in the first half I used to take it easy. In the second half, my mindset was just go the fuck off. That's kind of what he is.
Yeah.
He kind of just eases into these games. Cat tried to throw it down, and Gafford denies it. Here comes Luka the other way, 4-on-4. Washington into the corner, gets it back, out to Doncic, catch and shoot. I thought he was going to take the three, but he saw Cat out of his rearview mirror, drives it on Cat, gets past him, fade away, passes out of it at the last second. Washington, he'll drive, over to Green, corner, no good. Felt like they overpassed that possession. That was actually Exum on the three, excuse me. Edwards, he'll pull up from three. It's good.
You can just tell the way he's dribbling into those so much more confidently than
6-point swing there. You miss a good look, they make a good look. Kyrie getting defended by McDaniels, drives on him, kicks it out to Luka. Defended by Ant. Doncic gets past Edwards, into the corner. Irving, Exum, back to Doncic, into the corner. Washington, catch and shoot three. No good. I mean, they're getting good looks.
Yeah.
Conley. Baseline. Gets it to McDaniels. He's driving baseline. Kyrie had to grab. He got beat.
I feel like the Mavs have also not done a good of job as in a pass game, just keeping dudes in front.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of dribble penetration tonight.
Yeah. Something they really have not defended that great at all in this series, especially in first halves. They seem to find an adjustment at halftime. Just simple screen at the top for the handler, then he's got a good look from three.
I mean, Conley's
burned you on that about 8 times this series,
yeah.
And Edwards has gotten you a couple times tonight. So I don't know if you need to switch it or if the defender just needs to fight through it a little harder, but give me a break. They're going to call a foul 30 feet from the ball. Or is it 3 in the lane? No, I think it's a foul. Either Doncic or Kleber. Defensive 3 on Kleber? Is that what they're calling?
Yeah.
Okay. Towns to the line for the 3-second free throw. Gets it to go. Quick 6-0 run from Minnesota. Kind of like this series. Been a game of runs.
Yep. I feel like they have Anthony Edwards mic'd up every game.
I'm fine with that. He's funny as hell.
Yeah, me too.
Edwards had Gobert on the roll, but I wouldn't pass it to him either. He can't finish. Cat will go inside to Gobert. Kleber's holding his. Yep. He's just he can't. He's not a. Luka's staring him down. He fucking hates Gobert. He
has no feel.
He's just not. You know what he is? He's a slightly better DeAndre Jordan. You don't play through him, dude.
But he's not the lob threat.
No, I know. I don't get it. Doncic, he'll pull from 3. No good. Good tip out from Jones. Doncic again, wide open. Good. Cuts it to 4.
Couple of offensive rebounds for
Derrick Jones.
Yeah.
He's just scrappy, man. He's about to get a nice little payday. McDaniels gets it to Gobert. Almost traveled.
Let's get Kleber on.
Conley driving baseline. Gets it to Gobert. Oh, my God. An absolute brick from Rudy, but they're going to call a foul.
You can also tell.
He literally just threw that.
And also,
no touch.
Watch the way these bigs are guarding him. They are so over-committing to the ball handler.
Oh, my God. They don't respect him at all.
No respect.
Unless it's a wide-open dunk, they don't think he can score.
No. And even if, right there, late rotation, just foul him, put him on the free throw line.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's incredible, man. I feel bad for picking on him because I feel like everybody is, but, sometimes it's just so obvious how
he's pretty overrated, man.
Overrated.
He's obviously a good player. I'm not saying he's some bum that should be out of the league or anything like that, but I don't know, man. I get they've had a ton of success this year. I don't know if that roster construction can win you a title. It obviously got you to this point, but
I agree.
That's going to be something to watch moving forward. First free throw from Rudy is good. I will say this. He's a pretty decent free throw shooter for a guy who has no touch around the rim.
None.
You would think he'd be like 50%. I think he's like mid-70s.
She'll take.
Oh, no. Yeah, if your big is 70+, I'll take that all day. Doncic kicks it out to Kleber. Thought about the three. He was 10 of 18 against the Clippers before suffering that injury from three. Luka, offensive rebound, may have gotten away with over the back, and it rims out. You know, Luka's kind of had these games where, like, the second quarter, he's just missing shots. He's kind of doing it again tonight. And three, way short. Oh, my God, no rebounder. That was a long rebound, and Conley ended up with it. T-Wolves back up 8. Kyrie gets trapped. Washington swings it out. Kleber thought about the three, puts it on the deck. Kleber lays it up and in. Okay, Maxi, that was an aggressive move. 6-point game. Mavs bench keeping them in it. They're outscoring the T-Wolves bench 15-2. Good drive by Conley. I've been so impressed with him, man.
Full speed, sprinting
Dude,
into
he's
the layup.
38.
It's incredible, man.
Kyrie.
Awesome.
Gets it to Doncic. Back to Irving. Defended by, I believe, Alexander Walker. Or is that McDaniels? It's McDaniels, yeah. Irving, baseline layup. He'll get fouled.
Take.
Yeah, just got to keep hanging in here, man. Keep it under 10. Try to go on a run at the end of the half. Irving will go to the line for 2. Allie LaForce on TNT reporting that when Maxi Kleber admitted when he shoots threes, it's still uncomfortable. So I would guess, unless it's wide open catch and shoot seeps, he's probably not pulling the trigger from out there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this right now, if Lively was available tonight, I do not think they would have brought him back for this game.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Ideally, you win this game, and then he's got an extra 8 days, and hopefully he's closer to 100% for the finals. Because I'm guessing Maxi he's cleared to play, but he's probably, 80%. I mean, that shoulder is wrapped.
Yeah.
6-point game, you're right there, not playing well. McDaniels left baseline. Good defense from Doncic. Gets it out to Conley. Edwards on the right wing. Defended by Derek Jones. Good behind the back. Jones hung with him for the most part. There's a good rebound from Kleber.
Still being active.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he's in there for defense mostly. Luka kicks it out. Jones, 3, it's good. Derek Jones Jr., the unsung hero of this team, cuts it to 3. Here comes Edwards the other way. Gets a screen. Josh Green on him now. Green hanging with him. 10 on the shot clock. Edwards gets caught in the air. Kicks it out. Good pass to Naz Reid. Misses the 3, though. That's over the back on Cat. Yep. Defense has been pretty good the last 2 or 3 possessions here.
Especially a good job by Josh Green, just cutting off Ant a couple times.
Yep. Got stuck on a switch and held his own.
I mean, look at Derek Jones right there. Knocks on a corner 3, picks up Ant full court, then he's boxing out Cat.
He's always around the ball, dude.
Yep. It's just winning plays.
Yep.
Who would have thought?
When they signed him, I said, I like this as like a 14th, 15th guy on the roster because he's a great athlete. Maybe you found lightning in a bottle. You found another dimension in that bottle. I mean, it's been incredible. Jones corner 3 again is good. Tied at 42. Here he comes, Derek Jones Jr. Mavs on an 8-0 run. 4 minutes left in the quarter. Gobert hands it off to Conley. Another foul.
I don't know.
Are they going to get Kleber?
I think maybe on when Gobert was trying to roll.
Derek Jones. I mean, that second one was fairly contested, too. I think that was the first one.
Yeah.
And then the second one, I mean, that's the pass I'm talking about, Seeds.
Yeah. It's like that is such a tight window to not have any hands on
He
that.
knows before he gets that screen, he's passing that ball.
It almost feels like a quarterback like anticipating a window.
He's throwing him
throw.
open, kind of.
Yeah.
They're going to trap Ant up top after getting the switch onto Kleber. Couple passes later, McDaniels open three, misses. Offensive rebound, Naz Reid. Ant gets it back. Floater, no good. Air ball. Derrick Jones in his grill again. Yeah, it's fouling Ant.
He's getting frustrated.
Yep, he's missed his past couple shots. Well, you know what he's thinking. I've played my ass off, and we're tied at 42.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, the Mavs have played a C-minus game here, and it's tied.
He's got 17. You're going to just tell, dude, he is starting to get so gassed.
That's the thing. Like, I don't blame them for trying to put someone else on Luka. And listen, Doncic hasn't had the most efficient half. He's 4 of 12, but, like, Ant's going to run out of steam, dude. I mean, he's been sucking wind this entire series already.
Plus, guarding guys like Luka and Kyrie, it just takes so much work.
I mean, Kyrie, you just have to run around. Luka, I mean, he's just putting his 230-pound frame into your chest over and over again. It's just like, it's a chore, man. First free throw's good. Dallas, first lead since 2-0, I think.
Yeah.
Makes them both 44-42. I mean, you can really demoralize this team if you're up like 6 or 8 at the half.
They would fold.
McDaniels gets it to Anderson. Hands it off to McDaniels. Ant checked out of the game, by the way. Tough take by McDaniels. No good. Defense has locked it in the last about 4 minutes. Derrick Jones slashing. He goes tough to the rim. Right hand, no good, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Get downhill.
Comes up a little gimpy, but should be all right. That's the thing, too. Like, he's become a just good enough three-point shooter. He's shot it better than he really does normally in this playoffs. But you know, like that, when you get in transition, you get him as a slasher. Like, he's so explosive going to the rim, dude. It is ridiculous. That's why, like, Ant's had a tough time. It's not just the rim protection. It's that Jones is in that upper echelon NBA athlete. He can hang with Edwards from an athletic profile standpoint.
Plus, like, I think just length has thrown.
And he's got good length, too. Jones, first free throw, way short. Not a great free throw shooter. Kleber's going to check out, gets a nice round of applause. I don't think it's a coincidence. The defense ramped up there with him in the game. Second free throw from Jones after a couple of spins is up and gets it to roll in. Mavs 11-12 at the line. They've been much better at the free throw line this series. They really did not shoot the ball well at the line the first 2 rounds. Anderson gets it to Reid on the curl. Good pass to Nick Alexander-Walker, who makes a corner 3. That feels like a big shot for Minnesota.
That's massive.
Ties it back up at 45.
It's even right there, that read by Reid.
I thought he was passing to Gobert on the roll, but he passed it to Alexander-Walker. Luka gets it back from Jones. They're going to trap him. They get a foul call there.
Yeah, Gobert hand in the cookie jar.
Yep.
I also will say, I think Kyle Anderson,
he is a sneaky good player, man.
and he's also, I think he's probably their best option for Luka, besides, like, if you obviously want to go all out on Ant, since he's a little thicker in the chest as well.
They clearly don't feel like they can play him heavy minutes.
Yeah.
Although, he's been good offensively in this series when he has
hasn't been
played.
bad.
I mean, he was 5 for 5 at one point the other night. I'm like, this is kind of a joke.
One of
he's
the
5
most
for 5.
unique jump shots.
Oh, it's ugly
in
as
NBA
hell.
history.
I'll tell you what, though. He gets that 10-footer with that little push shot. He
Looks
can
like
hit
Sean
that
Livingston.
He can hit that. Yeah, it's a good call. I like that comp. They have similar offensive games. Like, their jumpers are pretty ugly.
Weird. But they have, like, the super high release point.
Yep. 45 all. I think you got to be pretty happy where you're at if you're Dallas. Slowly getting that shooting percentage. 3 balls kind of kept them in it. They're 8 for 18. Minnesota 4 for 11. Still only 38% from the field. No turnovers this quarter, though, after having 5 in the first. So
And they've turned
actually
Minnesota.
won this quarter. They had 4 in the first. Minnesota has 7 turnovers. So Winning the free throw line battle, 11 of 12. Minnesota 9 for 13. T-Wolves still 50% though. I want to say the Mavs are down. They're -7 on the glass too. So you look at this box score if you're Minnesota, you're like, man, this is kind of demoralizing.
Yeah.
Like Ant's giving you a good half. Conley's 5 for 6, dude.
Yeah.
Their backcourt is 10 for 16 for 28 points, and they're tied.
Haven't gotten much from McDaniels or Nas.
That is a difference, and I said that pregame to you. I was like, are these role guys going to continue? Because they were kind of bailing out Towns and Ant in the first 3 games to keep those games close late because you're getting like 35 points off your bench, 30 points.
If you're Karl-Anthony Towns, you have taken 3 shots in elimination game.
It's embarrassing, dude.
Him and Gobert are probably 2 of the most mentally weak players we have in the NBA. And I hate tossing it out there because you never really know, but I just call it like
look, I think those guys, especially Cat, because I thought he had a good round last series, I think they earned some stripes a little bit by knocking out Denver, but if you respond with that by getting swept in ugly fashion, it's kind of okay, maybe that was just a good matchup for you. It doesn't really speak to your taking some massive jump. I think Ant is the guy who's taking the jump.
Definitely. Because now it's Ant's a true number 1 on a championship team.
Yeah, he's 22. Dude, Cat's 28. How much more is he going to grow?
Next season's his 10th season.
Is he going to all of a sudden be this high-level, reliable number 2 player in this league?
Especially with him making $60 million next couple of seasons.
Well, that's the thing, too. Him and Gobert's contracts are just so big. I don't know, man. Does this team max out in the conference finals?
Yeah.
I could feel in 2 years they could retool again. They'll keep Ant, obviously, but I don't think Towns and Gobert stay together long term.
I think, honestly, the only 3 or 4 is Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Ant, Naz Reid, and McDaniels. That would probably be their group.
I think you want to keep McDaniels. You need him as a defensive stopper,
and he's on a great deal as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hit that sub button. We're 16 away from our next mini milestone of 27,700. We go live for every single Mavericks playoff game. Patrick Seepman, a.k.a. Seeps, hanging out tonight as Jeff Cooperstein, a.k.a. Coop, is in the building looking to bring it home for us. So shout out to him for being here. Shout out to all 879 of you for being here. Hit that sub button if you want free Mavericks content. First free throw from Doncic is good. Mavs were down, I believe, 7 at the end of 1. It was 27-20.
Yeah.
They have outscored the T-Wolves 27-18 here in this quarter. 26-18, excuse me. It'll be 27 if he makes his free throw. Second free throw from Luka, who's shot a lot better at the line this series. Rattles it in, 47-45. Be big if the Mavs could be up at halftime after really being outplayed for much of this half.
Yeah.
Anderson on the left wing gets it to Alexander Walker, to Conley for 3. No good. Long rebound. Jeez, that was such a break. It went out 15 feet.
Good rotations here.
Anderson, there's that flow. I'm telling you, dude, he gets into that 8 to 12 feet. He's money. That was contested, too, by Gafford. Got to get rebounds. Second chance points kill you. Doncic, with 2 minutes left, being guarded by McDaniels. Gafford back into the game. He's going to drive away from the screen. McDaniels slows him up a little bit. Doncic, tough one-legged fade. No good. Gafford tips it out a little bit. Washington controls. Mavs get a second chance opportunity of their own.
It's brutal for Minnesota.
Yeah, they defend for 20 seconds. Luka takes a tough shot, and they don't get the rebound. Irving, defended by Alexander Walker. Good defense out on Minnesota. 0.4 on the clock, though. This either has to be a tip-in or a lightning catch and shoot.
Send Derrick Jones or Gafford to the rim. Just throw it up.
Just throw one up. We'll see. Irving. Going to throw it up to Gafford. Tipped up. Shot clock violation. Good defense there from Minnesota. They defended essentially for 2 possessions. Minute 39 left.
Let's go.
This chunk feels bigger for Minnesota than Dallas. Yeah. That's why if you could get a lead at halftime, man, Minnesota's in that locker room. They're like, man, what do we have to do to beat this team?
Yep.
Anderson Swings it to McDaniels. Thought about the three. Drives left. Good defense from Washington. Conley controlling at the top. Jones chasing. Good D, Derek Jones. Conley gets the tough left hand and gets a foul call. I don't know, man. That looks like good defense to me. Jones doesn't like it. He's not one to complain much either. I always put stock in that because there's guys who complain a lot. Ugh.
I mean, that's a little push on the back, if that.
I probably wouldn't challenge, but if this was late third, I might challenge. But I'll probably let that one go.
It's just like, that's a regular season call.
Yeah.
It's not a conference finals. Let them play. Was it last game when
First one's good.
With the third quarter where it was whistle,
God.
whistle.
Brutal. Conley makes them both. Minute 20 left. Mavs trail by 2. See if Kyrie can get a basket before halftime here. Get him going a bit.
It's 2 of 8 so far.
Gafford. Him and Luka have both been inefficient. Doncic driving. Swings it out to Kyrie. Open 3. No good. I mean, that's an all-world pass.
It's incredible.
The left hand, dude. It's insane.
Oh.
Turnover, Minnesota. Bad turnover, too. He had Naz Reid on a catch-and-shoot 3 and threw it wide. Alexander Walker kind of lazy with the pass. Irving brings it across, final minute. He's going to drive. He's got Gafford on the alley-oop.
Hey.
Throws it down. We're tied at 49. You could see that develop.
Yep. Great read by Kyrie.
Mavs got 20 points off turnovers tonight. They've taken advantage of Minnesota's miscues. Alexander Walker loose with the ball, gets it back. Defended by Washington. Alexander Walker kicks it out. Anderson is going to take that little midi in and out. Here come the Mavs. 3-4 second differential shot in game clock. So can't hold for the final shot, but be pretty close to it. Doncic defended near midcourt.
If I'm him, I'm running this down, taking a step
I
back.
don't want Minnesota getting a quality look late. Luka goes a little early.
Wow.
Oh, they're going to go offensive foul. They're going to say Luka elbow to the chin for Alexander Walker.
A little chicken wing.
I thought Luka went a little early there.
Yeah, like
He could have waited 2 or 3 more seconds. Because now 10 seconds. I mean, they can run a set if they want to. We'll check. Oh, I thought they were going to check Luka out. They might have. Yeah, he's out.
Yeah.
8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Conley, crossover, floater, no good. I'll take it. Tied at half. Wasn't a great half. 49 all. A, B, C, D, or F. Defense ramped up in that quarter for Dallas. I'd give the Mavs like a flat C that half. I thought that second quarter they probably played A-level defense, but 24 minutes. I mean, you got to be pretty happy. You have not played an A or even a B game, and you're tied at the half.
I mean, this just screams Mavs.
Mavs by 12 or something. Yeah, I could see it. Got to lock in second half, but if you're Minnesota, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Like Luka and Kyrie are, I think it's 6 for 19.
Yeah, 6 for 19. Ant and Conley are 10 for 18.
It's a tie game.
And you're tied. I mean, P.J. Washington's 0 for 4, so if you want to say he's your third guy, you're 6 for 23 with those 3. Now, you've kind of gotten some spread out scoring, like Derek Jones has 7. Exum gave you 5 out of nowhere. Green's giving you 5. So you've found some other guys, but, you know, all things considered, I'm happy where the Mavs sit. Tony, White Chocolate saying A. Todd Jarrell says B. Azion says D+. Seti says B. Tony Fuentes says A. Seeps, when you get a sec, will you hold it down solo?
Yeah,
I'm going to take halftime bathroom break, and I'll be back here in a second.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
All right, let's go through some stats from the first half here. Jaden McDaniels started off slow. He hasn't really gotten anything going. I thought he's been playing much better defense on Luka individually. Just his length has been throwing him off a couple of times, and at least I noticed in Game 3, McDaniels kind of had a couple frustration fouls. Haven't really seen that from him tonight, so I thought he's played good, even though the stats, don't really reflect it. But I'll tell you what, if I'm Minnesota and I'm a coach on that staff, you know what I'm doing to Karl-Anthony Towns? Putting his box score right in front of him and saying, this is what you want in a closeout game. 5 points, 1 rebound, and just mentally for him, I understand he hasn't been shooting the three ball well. But it looks like he's just scared to take any outside shots. So I just think Cat's been, he's been terrible. He has been terrible. And, Gobert's been all right. I thought he's been better defensively, but still, just a couple bonehead plays. Like sometimes Gobert, I feel like I'm watching a rookie out there. And he just has some, just really bonehead plays. And, if I'm Minnesota and I got this from Anthony Edwards in the first half and it's a tie game, you're pretty disappointed. I thought Ant's been pretty good. He missed, I think it was 3 free throws in the first half. Yeah, he was 5 of 8. Minnesota overall, 11 of 15. So again, not terrible. That's 73%, but still just leaving points on the board. And, if you're getting this from Ant and this from Conley, I feel like Minnesota's just got to be thinking to themselves, man, what do we got to do to, pull away from these guys? A couple other stats from Minnesota. Anderson just, missed a couple shots, just kind of playing a normal game for him. Naz Reid hasn't really gotten any good looks. I feel like they haven't really hunted out any, spot-up possessions for him. And I feel like the Mavs have definitely adjusted pretty well. Tony saying Jaden McDaniels did okay. I give him a B-. Not bad, but he can't get better. Not good at all, but he's okay. Yeah, McDaniels, obviously offensively he's not doing the same, but I feel like defensively he's been significantly better. Kind of my take on Luka in the first half, he's just kind of doing what he wants. I think the Timberwolves have made it harder on him, but I still feel like Luka, at the end of the day, it's not about the defense. It's just about him making or missing shots, and he just missed a couple of the easy ones there in the first half that he normally knocks down. But I still thought he was incredibly effective. Some of these passes Luka makes where he gets so far in the lane, so deep into the defense, and then he'll just quickly, either it's a Euro, he'll kind of hold himself up in the air, and it's a quick little kick out. There is just nobody in the NBA like him. And honestly, I think he's a top 5 passer of all time already in NBA history, but DJ Stick saying, do you think Joker deserved the MVP? I do. If we're just taking it as a regular season award, I thought Luka should have came in second. I will say that as he put up some stat lines that even Wilt or the best since Wilt or Bill Russell. So I thought Luka should have got second, but also I thought Jokic deserved it. I definitely like Luka. He's definitely a great top 5 passer. Yeah, I think he's proven it. David saying Luka only 17, 8, and 3. I'll tell you what, if he ends up with 34, 16, and 6, it's a hell of a game. Respect your team, Jackie, but most fan base hate them. Raja King saying T-Wolves 2024 champs. Find an uphill battle. Angel saying halftime already with 49 total points apiece. If Luka, Kyrie, and the Mavs somehow deliver a series sweep, it's Luka and the Mavs versus Tatum and the Celtics in the finals. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, Kyrie, not really doing much. Let me check his turnovers real quick. I think he had 2. Yeah, he had 2 in the first half. I don't know. I just feel like Kyrie's one of those guys. He can just kind of flip a switch in the middle of the game. Remember how LeBron and his Cavs teams used to talk about flipping a switch in the postseason? I feel like Kyrie's one of those guys that can flip it game to game. And, I thought he just has been really inserting himself too much. But I will guarantee this. He will get it going in the second half. He will not end this game with only 16 shots. He will be aggressive. He will try to assert himself into this ball game. But, hey, you're Dallas. You get that from Kyrie, and it is a tie ball game. You would take that. That Texas couple saying we could really use that full 8 days off. Yeah, definitely. To have Luka heal up that knee a little bit more, but it would also be so weird to have no basketball for 8 days And then it's like, bam, the NBA Finals. So that was pretty funny. We got a lot of Cowboys chat going on in the chat right now. Not really too sure about what. That's a good one, Buddy Bear. That's a good one. Shout out to you. Thanks for tuning in, man. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to all you guys for tuning in. Halftime here. Shout out to Peter. Shout out to Luke. 93 Nav, man. What's up, man? How you doing? Miss you over there on the Knicks side of things, but, you know, we ride. Oh, really, Omar's burner? That's a talk? Yeah, Micah Parsons at this game. Luke, I'm filling in for Coop today. Coop decided to go to the game, so I am taking his place on the 1s and 2s tonight. Yeah, Coop's at the game, so if the Mavs lose, it's a Coop jinx. That is what we're going to call it. Jeff Bartlett. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Good to see you. By the way, Powell is unplayable. Yeah, I don't think they'll go back to him. I mean, he only played 3 minutes, but he was getting cooked. AJ McMecca. What's up, man? How you doing? Stay real. You know I will. Nah, don't put that evil on Coop. Oh, hey, Coop called it, man. Other players box score. Yeah, we can keep on going through this. Dwight Powell in 3 minutes gave a 0 burger. Josh Green gave you 5 points, 1 board, 1 assist in the first half, 1 of 2 from the field. Jaden Hardy, yeah, he just knocked down that 1 3. It was actually a pretty big 3. Momentum was on the side of Minnesota, and he kind of shut that down. Kleber had that 1 nice take to the rim, but Allie LaForce, she did report that he just does not feel comfortable when he's taken 3s yet, so that's, you know, something to note. Dante Exum came in, had a nice little 5-point run, kind of sparked the Mavs' run there in that second quarter. So 93 Madman saying word is Coop is about to suit up for the Mavs. I'm hearing they're bringing down the ringer. It's going to be Coop suiting up, starting in P.J. Washington's spot.
What's that?
93 Madman said word is Coop's about to start second half. Who knows?
By the way, if the Mavs lose tonight, he is never allowed to go back to another playoff game.
Oh, that's what I just said. I said if Mavs lose, it is the Coop jinx.
Oh.
No doubt.
That's not even a question.
Yeah, but that 5-point run by Exum was pretty important in the
That started that little mini run in the second quarter.
And that's what you need from guys like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was just saying, Harry, like, this is what you get from Kyrie, and it is a tie ball game.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what he's done, though, man. Like, he had, I will say this, in this series, he's had better first halves. That first game, he went nuclear. He had 24 points, I think, in the first half. Game 3 had 14, but Game 2 wasn't very good, and pretty much the first 2 rounds, he didn't do much in the first half. So, I don't know. If he ends up with 20-plus tonight, you're probably feeling pretty good. I mean, 15-point second half. I think you're in a pretty good spot. Yeah, I mean, I don't think some major adjustment is really needed here. I think Luka forced up a couple of tough shots, but he missed a few shots he would normally make.
Like, even though I think McDaniels has done a better job, it just still feels like when Luka, when he is putting up these shots, it's just like it's coming down to make or miss for him.
Dude, he's having a bad shooting game, and he has 17, 8, and 3. That's the thing about Luka. That's why I do think there's at least a case to be made that he's the best player in the world because, like, his bad games, he can still have 30-point triple-doubles.
Yeah. It's like his floor is a lot higher than most guys.
And I'll say this, too. And, look, Anthony Edwards is awesome. Great player. I get, like, the thirst for an American star because right now the best players are Europeans.
All 3.
But, like, Luka's A game is clearly better, but his C game is way better.
Great.
I think that's the difference between like these like top 5 players in the world.
Yeah.
Like Jokic can have a bad shooting night. He's still going to grab 13 rebounds and have 9 assists.
Yes.
Luka's still going to score, 25 plus, even if he doesn't shoot well, and he's probably going to grab 10 plus rebounds and have close to 10 assists.
And he just creates good shots for his team.
Yeah, exactly. And he's got to become a better creator. Probably has to. I think one thing too, as good of an athlete Ant is, I don't think he's an awesome conditioned athlete. Like, dude, in this series, he's like gassed in a lot of these games. Like, Luka, it took him a few years, and especially this year, he's been able to get through these playoff games a lot better, even with the knee sprain. But, like, you look at these two guys, and you're like, oh, Ant's a far superior athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Luka is a more conditioned player for these playoff games.
Yeah.
He just is. Like, you know, and that's part of being 22, man. Like, Luka's 25 now. Like, he's sneaky been in the league 5-6 years now. So.
And also the best player of the world title. If Luka and the Mavs get it done this year,
it's going to be hard to say it's not Doncic.
Oh, I think it has to go because if you look at the past couple of years in the NBA, when Giannis won his, he was the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Jokic, he was the best player in the world. I think it's fair.
The only difference would be, and why I think some people would push back, is they would say, well, Giannis also had an MVP to go with it. Jokic has a couple MVPs. I thought Doncic had a pretty good argument to win it this year. I thought like, I love Shea, but, like, come on, man. No. Like, he's not Luka. No. Like, Shea getting second was kind of disrespectful. Like, he kind of just earned this young OKC team got first in the West, and he was their best player. Like, hey, kudos to him. But, like, dude, the Thunder would trade Shea for Luka a million times out of a million.
Yeah, and I just think it's fair if, like, because I think it's such, like, best player in the world. I think it's honestly, you got three guys. I'll say I think you have two guys. I think it's Luka and Jokic, still for the best player in the world.
Yeah.
But if Luka gets a ring, I mean,
especially he potentially sweeps the team that Jokic lost to, and then wins the title. I mean, that's a pretty strong statement. Yeah, I mean, it's there for the taking. I mean, I would still, I guess, lean Jokic. But yeah, if you win this series, then beat the Celtics, who won 65 games this year. I mean, it's a pretty strong case to be made.
Definitely.
Pretty strong case to be made.
It's just I just feel like it's such an interesting topic right now because I don't think we do have a clear best
I will say this.
world.
I've enjoyed the NBA the last 5 years so much more than I did the prior 5.
Definitely.
And, like, don't get me wrong. Like, the Warriors, I got nothing against the Warriors' run. But, like, it was Warriors versus LeBron like
4 straight years.
And you knew how it was going to end.
Yep.
The only year LeBron won was because, let's just be honest, if the Draymond suspension momentum thing doesn't happen, the Warriors win that series.
100%.
If we're being honest.
So Andrew Bogut got hurt. People don't talk about.
It's just a funky deal. But, like, think about what we've had since then. Kawhi has his Toronto run.
Love that.
Giannis has his Bucks run. AD with the Lakers. You kind of thought he was going to be potentially enter that best player in the world conversation. Didn't happen, but he had that run with LeBron. Warriors had the comeback story a couple years later. Jokic breaks through. Now maybe it's Luka's time. So, or the finals, the storylines are so great because it's like, all right, Tatum and Brown, y'all have been together for like 6 years. Second time in the finals. Are you finally going to do it? Or is it like, okay, like, people locally especially, but like in the South region have been telling you like, hey, Luka's this dude, but like national media hasn't caught up.
Yeah.
Now they're catching up, and it's like, holy shit, this guy's unbelievable. Does he finally get his? Like the Kyrie Boston storylines, like Joe Mazzulla storyline. Like if Dallas wins that series, assuming they get there in 5 or 6, like
it's a disaster.
Could a coach be fired after making the finals? I wouldn't rule it out.
And also, the path the Celtics have taken, I think it was Greeny on Get Up this morning, said that was a top 5 dominant title run he has seen. There are 8 other teams in the NBA that could have gone through what the Celtics
and look, I do think, and we give one of our buddies in the chats, or in the office, Smitty, shit about it. He's completely right when he says, what do you want me to do? Like, it's not our fault. So I think we overplay it a little bit, but Greeny going on national television and talking about how dominant, they shouldn't have lost a game.
It's
and by the way, they could have lost 3 to Indiana.
It is idiotic.
Indiana could have, like, at minimum, that should probably be 3-1 Boston or even 2-2, if not potentially 3-1 Indiana. And I don't know, man. Like
you can give the Celtics their credit. They did what they needed to. They're in the finals. You know, claps to them.
And maybe it's unfair to them, but the bottom line is if they don't win the finals or at least, like, lose some crazy 7-game series, like, people are going to – that's when people like me are going to be like, yeah, that's why we told you that first 3 rounds was a fucking joke.
It hasn't meant anything.
Buddy Bear, are the Mavs ready for the finals? Not only do they have to play the Boston Floppers, but the refs too. I think Luka, look, he still whines a little too much, but I think mentally he's more there than he's been in the past. I think he's matured. Kyrie is as locked in as he's been since he's been without LeBron. I think they are ready, man. Got to get there first. Maybe they get there tonight. Second half action underway. Conley gets a screen from Gobert, gets it to Towns, lays it up and in. You kind of feel like that was designed.
Yeah.
Towns took 3 shots in the first half, made 2 of them, and they get him a touch early. Oh, good pass from Washington to Gafford for the easy dunk. Both teams get an easy basket early. We're tied at 51. Conley gets it to Edwards. Back to Conley, over to Gobert. Conley into the corner. McDaniels, good defense. Kyrie, tough shot off the glass, no good. Here comes Luka, 3-on-3 the other way. Doncic, going to try and go all the way. Oh, just throw that down. Gafford will lay it in, though. Good pass, but could have easily just laid that one in.
It's like his hang time on that Euro.
Yeah.
It's just incredible.
Yeah, being 6'8" is nice. Even if you're not the best athlete, your strides are just so long. Edwards gets caught, kicks it out. Conley, corner 3, no good. That's out of bounds on Gobert.
I'll tell you what, I feel like these first 6 minutes for Minnesota are so much more important.
Yeah, if you're Dallas and you can go on a 10-4 run to start this quarter or something, even if it's not putting them away, but just making that battle feel even that much more of an uphill climb.
Yep.
Doncic driving, hanging, scoring. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul. Oh, it's after the basket, though.
Okay,
that's
I was
fine.
going to say.
It was on Gafford, positioning for the offensive rebound. So basket counts, but offensive. Yeah, he banged Gobert. It's a good call, but ball had already been up in the air, so the basket counts. 55-51. Edwards coming the other way, brings it across. Good cross, gets a screen as well. Driving, good catch-up defense. Doncic contests McDaniels, who knocks down another corner 3. He's been quiet tonight, but that's been his spot this series.
Yep.
55-54. Luka gets a screen from Gafford. Turns the corner on Gobert. That was easy. Throws it up. He's just laughing. He's just get Gobert into that pick and roll action. See what happens.
It gives them confidence.
I don't know what it is with Gafford, too. In a lot of these third quarters, they just find him easy baskets.
Yeah.
He's already got 6 in the quarter. Good contest from Gaff there, too. Gets the rebound. Here come the Mavericks up 3. They can really start to put the hammer down potentially. That's a good read from McDaniels. Read Luka on the pass. 3-on-1. I'll tell you what, 3-on-1, Luka held his own for a while.
Yeah.
They had to make a couple extra passes. Eventually, Minnesota scores. You live with turnovers like that from Doncic, though, because he's gonna make so many electric passes.
Definitely.
Washington, catch and shoot 3. No good. He has not had the touch today. 0 for 5 from the field. Edwards, defended by Washington. Gets a step on him. Floater, no good. Rebound, Doncic.
He has missed about 4
Yeah.
of those.
He's gone cold after a lightning start. I think he was 5 for 6, 5 for 7. Now he's 5 of 11. Kyrie gets caught. Good drop down pass to Gafford, but they turn it over. Here come the T-Wolves. Edwards catching. Oh, a good pump fake. Oh, my God. What a catch by McDaniels. He's out of bounds, though. Ant got caught in midair. Cross-court pass about 12 feet off the ground. McDaniels caught it, but I think landed out of bounds.
He just looked like a little out of control at spots this series.
Yeah. Why did he not take that pull-up midi? I mean, he got, I think, Irving in the air, wide open from 18, and instead makes a crazy cross-court pass, which, by the way, McDaniels was not that open.
No.
Oh, Luka finds a lane. Easy lefty layup is in. Oh, Gafford and Gobert, or Jones and Gobert.
Luka did not hesitate to get it.
Yeah,
right
Luka got in there. God, Rudy's such a fucking loser, man.
He is. Dude.
I don't like to be that guy that this guy's a bitch or that guy's a loser, but Rudy's kind of a fucking loser. If you blind surveyed players in this league, 9 out of 10 can't stand the guy.
I guarantee that.
Jones ain't gonna back down for fucking Rudy Gobert. Are you kidding me? Derrick Jones Jr. on a minimum contract has had a way bigger impact on this series than Rudy Gobert, making $50 million a year. Oh, they're going to check Rudy out. He's so mentally weak, they have to check him out of the game.
They're reviewing this?
Oh, they're reviewing something, so maybe he's not checking out, but... Oh, review boy Ed Malloy going to take a look. He's known for being a big go to the monitor.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of get tangled up on the screen.
I mean, Jones didn't like Gobert's initial, because I think Gobert kind of did one of these into Jones' chest initially, and Jones didn't like that. So they're going to take a look at this.
I hope there's no flagrants on either of this.
Yeah, just, you know.
Either call it a double or...
Yeah, just let it go. Hit that sub button. Sub for Mavs Dubs. Let's close this out tonight. Here's a better angle. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Rudy kind of throws the forearm into him. I don't know if I'd go flagrant, but that should have been a foul.
It's not playing defense. Focus on the ball.
Yeah. I mean, that's just... This is classic. We're down 3-0 in a series, so I'm gonna swing my arm around a little bit.
Yeah.
Try to just piss these guys off. That's just so weak to me. That's the Andrew Bynum. You might be too young for this, Seeps. The Mavs Mother's Day Massacre in their title season. The Mavs sweep the Lakers. Game 4. Bynum is throwing elbows into Berea's chest and getting ejected because he's just acting like a bum because he knows the series is over.
If anybody would do that on Minnesota, I'll put my money
well,
on
it's like
Gobert.
if you're Rudy too, it's like, dude, I get you're down 3-0. It's a 3-point game in Game 4. Like,
the focus
fight till the end, man.
Yeah.
It's just such loser mentality to me.
Been reviewing this for a while.
Yeah, they've been looking at this for a good 2.5, 3 minutes. Headsets come off for Foster and Malloy. Let's see what they say here. Zebras are huddled up.
Hoping just a double tech, move on.
Yeah, or even nothing, honestly. I'll be honest, like, I would call nothing, but, like, I don't think Jones did enough to
get
like,
a tech.
No, like, Gobert did more there. Double tech. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Oh, and Chris Finch is bitching. Dude, get in Rudy's face, because that guy is just, all he does is cause problems. Got a $5 super chat from James Ashley. Says, man, I wish this game was another Game 7 Suns type of game. Yeah, being up 50 in the third would be nice, but I'll take a closeout win however you can get it.
Yeah. Appreciate it, James.
I hope the Mavs just play with a little more edge here and try to put this team away.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, the game getting chippy favors Dallas.
I think so, too. I don't view Minnesota as a team with a bunch of tough guys.
No.
Like, they're not like the Knicks or something like that.
Yeah.
Cat, driving, hanging. Tell you what, man, when he's gotten downhill tonight, he's been effective. He's 4 or 5 now. If I'm Minnesota, I'm giving him a lot of touches here, trying to keep him going in a positive direction. Kleber into the game, sets the screen for Doncic. Kleber, see, he didn't even look to shoot there. Doncic, step back, 3, short. Good contest from Edwards. Like Dallas kind of just letting Minnesota hang around now. Edwards, good defense from Doncic. Has to get rid of it. Conley swings it around. Cat, pump fake, driving, lays it up. No good. Offensive foul. Even there, though, I know that worked out. Kleber took a charge. I'd let Cat take that catch and shoot 3.
I agree.
He still has not proven he can make that shot. I mean, I get it. Instincts take over. You know he's a good shooting big, but like when he got Kyrie in the air, I'm like, great, this is where Cat has scored all night, but Kleber got in position, took a charge. That's why he's in there. Irving, see if he can get going. He'll pull up from 3. It's good. Second half Kai, ready to go. Bangs one in. It's a 4-point advantage. Let's put the pedal to the metal. 62-58. Chance of defense at the American Airlines Center. Towns, good take and 1. Tell you what, man, for the first time this series, you feel like he's found a little something.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, and I think, too, I know Kleber took the charge a second ago, but Kleber's a good defender, but Cat is a lot thicker than him.
Yes.
So Kleber, and he kind of went on Jones here, but like even when Kleber helps, like he's not even really getting in there.
Also on that Kyrie pull-up three, Gobert, his first couple steps are just back to the rim. He has no confidence out there
perimeter.
right now.
No. Cat completes a three-point play. Minnesota, a couple of times Dallas has gotten up 4, and they've responded here. They're not going away. Give them credit. Good defense. McDaniels on Kyrie. Irving finally gets a screen. Pulls up over Gobert. In and out. Edwards coming the other way. Ant. Good slash to the rack. He gets a layup. Minnesota back on top.
This game's starting to pick up.
Doncic brings it across. It's a screen from Washington. Gets it to Kleber. We'll see if he'll shoot one. He will! Decent looking shot. Kind of rattled around. No good. Conley. Defended by Jones. Minnesota on a quick 5-0 run. Gets it to Towns. He will fire a three. He'll make. Okay. Karl-Anthony Towns firing here in the second half. T-Wolves a lightning fast 8-0 run in less than a minute.
Yeah.
They're up 4. Back and forth we go. Doncic gets it to Jones. He'll drive. Floater. No good. Minnesota will live with those shots from Derek Jones. Don't want to say you had him on the ropes, but you were starting to gain control, and you've lost the rope a little bit here. Edwards caught on the baseline. Good defense, Derek Jones. He's trying to back him down. Get travel.
Yeah.
Good defense.
Sped himself up again.
He kept waiting for Jones to bite on a fake, and he never did.
So that's also the next step for Ant. Is like if he could get a D-Wade back to the basket game. Like when he does drive, they cut him off. He can just slow it down.
Yeah, because he's got the physicality to do that. But
it's like the one bump turn.
Yeah.
Which he's done a little bit throughout the playoffs, but
yeah, D-Wade, that would like when he didn't have stuff going, he would just go back to that action time after time after time. I like going back to Prize Picks night after night after night because I'm a big fantasy football guy, but when football season ends, I still want to get in on the action. That's what Prize Picks is, daily fantasy for all sports, NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, Major League Baseball, and much more. Let's check in on our 3-player entry tonight. Gobert, 7 rebounds, so that's kind of regressed to the mean there a little bit. Luka up to 5 assists, so that's a possibility as we took the more there. Kyrie Irving's made 1 3, so if we get one more, we've hit that part of the 3-player entry. 10 to win about 40 there. You can win up to 100 times your money at prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS when you first sign up to get a deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks is America's #1 fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. You should be one of them. Get in on the daily action with all your friends and sports compadres. Get signed up today. It takes less than 90 seconds to create an account. prizepicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS to get a deposit match up to $100. And by the way, gamer out there, esports, ramp it up in the month of June. You can pick esports plays on your Prize Picks entries, so go check it all out. Link is in the live chat of this stream. All right, Minnesota, they've given credit. Nice little 8-0 run here. They're up 4, 5:40 left.
biggest positive for Minnesota is Cat.
Yeah,
he's third quarter.
He's been good tonight. I mean, overall. I mean, even in the first half when he was looking to score, he was 6 of 7, 15 points now. I mean,
it's a great game for
that's
him.
A positive development for Minnesota.
Plus 12 when he's on the court tonight.
If you're Dallas, man, you just gotta lock in. You still have not gotten super efficient play. I mean, your 2 guys are 9 for 26, Luka and Kyrie.
You're down
PJ
4.
Washington's 0 for 5. You're right there. You're right there. Gafford's giving you a good third quarter. 4 for 4, 8 points. I think 6 of those 8 this quarter. So, yeah, we'll see.
But they're going to need somebody else to just have like a 5-point run like Exum did in that first half.
You got to figure Washington's going to give you some scoring at some point.
Eventually.
Jones, I think, had all 7 of his points in that second quarter. Maybe he gives you another burst at some point.
But even if you just go even the rest of this third quarter and it's a 4-point game going into the fourth.
If it's tight late, you like your chances.
Love your chances.
You just figure at some point Kyrie's going to go on like a solo 7 straight point spurt. Like, he just seems to find one of those in every single game.
Especially, I remember him back in Cleveland. Like, it would just be a 10-0 Kyrie Irving run. And it's like, game's over.
Yeah, I think he had one of those in Game 3 the other night, an 8-0 run. He hit 2 threes and a little midi.
Yeah, but Ant has definitely started to struggle. He's 6 of 14 now. I think you said, like,
I know he was 5 of 10 at the half, but I want to say he had missed his last 2 or 3 of the half. So I think he was 5 of 7, so he's one of his last 7. And the only one he made was a second ago, was an uncontested layup. So he's slowed down a little bit here. Even Conley, too. He was 5 for 6. He's missed his last 3, so.
When Ant had that pull of midi, he just decided not to take it.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. Let us know who you got. DAL for the Mavs, MIN for the Timberwolves. Josh Green into the game. Luka on the right, in the right corner. They're kind of sag trapping over there. They got 3 guys over there. Washington thought about the 3. Spin move, floater, no good.
A little off.
It's not PJ Washington's night. I'd almost rather just, I know you haven't shot it well tonight. I'd rather just shoot that 3 in rhythm.
Yeah.
See if you can get one to go. Gobert just falls to the, oh my God, they're going to call that a foul. Give me a fucking break. Gobert sets a screen and falls to the ground after taking 2 steps. Come on, man. You're telling me Josh Green tripped you? He's 6'5", you're 7'1". Edwards to inbound it. Gets it into Conley. Defended by Kyrie. Gets a screen from Gobert. Conley gets it to Cat. Thought about a tough 3. Kicks it out. Edwards. Offensive foul.
Cat on the step through. Popped him.
Yeah, I guess did he land in the defenders? Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Chin action. That's incidental. Like, to me, I hope they don't review this. Like, that's not I hate when these type of plays get called flagrant.
I do too,
It's completely, there's
it's
no intent whatsoever there.
But by their rule book,
It wouldn't shock me if they took a look. I mean, it's elbow to the chin. Let's see. To me, this is just a common foul.
That's his 5th.
Is that 5 on Towns?
I think that is.
That is. And they're going to look at it too. Wow.
See, Cat, you got to be smarter than that. If you know you got 4, like, I understand it's kind of
especially if you're going to try and jump into him to get the foul, at least go up with the shot. Don't pass out of it. Like, that was brutal.
I mean, that's for sure 5 on Cat. That is.
I mean, he's sitting the rest of the quarter. If you're Dallas, this is the time to go on a run.
Yep.
Because Cat has been the most effective offensive player tonight.
And that does make Minnesota, I will say, like, them being able to go to Naz Reid here.
Yeah.
It's not as bad
That's
as
nice.
you think, but still, I mean, that's huge.
That's huge. He's been their offense this quarter. 5 on. I did not. That's a miss on me. I did not know he was in foul trouble.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it just snuck up. I saw 5 pop up.
That explains only 3 shots in the first half. He probably sat a lot of that second quarter because of that.
Yeah.
They're looking at this. Get the MFFLs in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Look, it would benefit Dallas to get a flagrant here. To me, that's a common foul.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that to be the NBA I watch.
I think they're going to call it, but wow, there we go.
Common foul. That's a good call. That should not be a flagrant.
I'm with you.
There's no intent there. Like, shout out to Landon, that Texas couple, Tab, Jeff E, Queen Nels, Tony, Frankie. Oh, did they get a technical on Chris Finch? What is he doing?
Sit down.
Dude, he can't even walk. And by the way, if you're going to get on the court, then just sit in the front row. Why are you? He walks back to his second row seat. Kyrie to take the technical free throw. Knocks it in. 3-point game. It's a big 5 minutes.
I'll tell you what.
I don't think you'll see Cat until they'll probably go back to him 9-minute mark in the fourth. I mean, you can't wait forever. If Dallas makes a move, it's closeout game. Like, you're just going to have to take your chances. But Dallas to inbound in their backcourt. Let's see how these 5 minutes go. Mavs down 3, 4:55 left in the third. Minnesota going to a zone here. Jaden Hardy, right baseline, kicks it back out to Doncic. They have not run much zone this series, so showing a different look. Luka defended by Ant, gets past him, kicks it into the corner. Washington catch and shoot 3. Good! There's P.J. Washington, tied at 66. He just seems to hit the big ones.
Yep. Great find by Luka.
Yeah, great pass because he got the step on Ant, defender crashed, then he found, oh, come on.
That little, quick between the legs he does where it's is he going to the step back or is he blowing right by you? It is unguardable.
Jaden Hardy fouling Mike Conley at midcourt. No reason to do that. Not that you're concerned about Hardy's foul trouble. Just don't get them closer to the bonus. Oh, please put it on the deck, Rudy. He hands off to Ant. Good defense, Josh Green. Naz Reid thought about the 3, puts it on the deck. Good take from Naz. I'll tell you what. Man. And the foul. I didn't think there was much contact there, but that was a nice finish. That was a nice finish from Naz Reid.
He just moves kind of like a guard. That little flick on the layup. Not many big guys have that touch.
I wouldn't challenge this because it's only potentially a 1-point difference, but that was not a foul.
No.
If he missed that and got the call, I would challenge it, but with it only being at most a 1-point foul, I would let it go, but I think Dallas would win that challenge if they took it. The basket would still count, though, so it's not really worth it. Ball don't lie. Good rebound, Gafford. He missed the free throw. Doncic bringing it across, defended by McDaniels. Doncic gets downhill, kicks it out. Hardy, he'll slash. Blocked. It's going to be a leak-out dunk from Ant. Jeez. See, that's another example. That's just an extra pass from Luka. Just take that little 5-foot floater.
You're already there.
Oof. Mavs down 4 again. Gafford coming to set a screen. God, stripped. Oh, they're going to call a foul. We'll see. Ant wants a challenge. We'll see here. Oh, Hardy was looking to pass that into the corner and just got deflected. Thought he was going up for the floater. Last possession. They've just gotten a little sloppy here, man. They'll get it tied or get a 2-point lead, and then they just – that looked like a clean strip to me. I bet they challenge here. Because if you're the T-Wolves, you're up 4, you can get the ball back. Yeah, they're going to challenge. I think they're going to win that one based on that angle. Oh, by the way, though, if that's a foul, that might be – is that 5 on Edwards?
I think that's 4.
4?
That should be 4.
Box score says 4. I'm not sure if they're including the one they just called or not.
I mean, you have to challenge.
You have to challenge for that reason alone.
Even if it is 4.
Yeah, you can't have him with 4 and Towns with 5 with 3.5 left in the third. How many turnovers does Dallas have this corner? They're up to 9 total.
I think they had 5 at half.
4 already. Yeah. It's been sloppy, man. Been sloppy. Also, I just don't – Kyrie and Luka need to take over this game. You're not getting enough Kyrie and Luka shots right now.
I feel like Kyrie just hasn't gotten the touches either. And obviously
he's 1 for 2 this quarter. He was 2 of 8 at halftime. He's 3 of 10 now.
Hopefully he gets it going in the 4th, but
yeah. Sloppy third, I agree, Tony. Shout out to Ty Man, Josh. Getting the MFFLs in the chat. So is Tony. T-Wolves getting more and more confidence. I mean, I don't think they feel like all of a sudden this they've shifted this series through 2.5 quarters, but look, they've gotten Cat going. If they do win this game, they can at least point to they have found something with Towns. That's why if you're Dallas, you really just want to end this tonight. You don't want to get on a plane, fly to Minnesota, raucous road environment, feel like you have to play lively in that game. You'd really just like to get this done. Where's Kyrie? I'm with you, David. If I'm Jason Kidd during this review, you know you're probably going to lose it, but your next possession, I'm playing through Kyrie. I'm trying to get him a shot.
Thanks,
Mark says, yeah, shout out to you, Mark. Seeps is the man. He's doing it all here at Chat Sports. Trizzy in the house. Let's go, Trace. Let's go.
Let's go.
No Lively is huge. Yeah, I'd say they've missed him tonight. Towns slashing to the rim. Ant's gotten a couple down there.
Yeah.
I still think this game is right there to win without him, but they've definitely missed him some. I mean, let's just look at the points in the paint. It feels pretty heavy, Minnesota tonight. It is 36-20 Minnesota.
Yeah.
I think you felt it on that end. And there are probably a few more lob opportunities if Lively's in there, because when they take Gafford out, you don't have a lob threat in there. Kleber's not going to do that for you. So, Kai waiting until the fourth per usual.
Yeah.
Might be.
It's been his MO.
Might be.
So I feel like Anthony Edwards has really slowed down offense, especially in the half court. I feel like he hasn't really able to get anything. And
he's just not a great half-court player just yet.
Not yet.
He can be, but he's just not quite there yet. So when Dallas has gotten their defense set, they've gone elsewhere.
Yeah. I mean, Cat with 5, that's big.
You're not going to see him in the third. That's why you really got to lock in the rest of this quarter and try to go on a push. Try to go on a run here. Unsuccessful challenge.
Wow.
Look at this side replay. Did he
Yeah.
get the left wrist?
So that's 4.
That's 4 on Ant. That's huge.
That is huge.
That backside angle, it looked like he did get a little wrist. It was close. So Minnesota, no challenges. Man, I'm going after Ant here. I'm trying to make him contest a shot. They're trying to hide him on Josh Green right now. I'd bring Green to screen Luka and try to get that switch. I guess they're playing a little zone, though. Hardy, corner three is good. You get a big corner three from Washington and a big one from Hardy, Seeps.
That's huge.
Those type of contributions are huge when your two stars aren't having great nights. Anderson over to Edwards, defended by Josh Green. Gobert going to set kind of a screen, more of a run-through. Gets it over to McDaniels, catch and shoot three. Big response.
He has been money.
He's made some big shots in this series. Green on the fast break. See, just go at Ant in that situation.
Yeah.
Hardy, catch and shoot, in and out. Gafford with the offensive rebound. Green, corner three! No good. Gaff working again. McDaniels controls. And had a second good look again. Edwards driving. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound, Gafford.
Right there, Ant's got to be careful.
Yeah, that's he could have gotten called with the fifth there. Luka, fouled by Anderson.
This is going to be almost like a chess match the rest of this game.
Yeah, I mean, this has been such a, there's been 3-4 minute stretches where both offenses look good, but then it kind of goes into this, teams are just missing shots. Ant should make that reverse layup there.
Yeah, he had it.
I'm not saying it's an uncontested layup, but that's a shot he should make.
And that's just I think his legs this series just wasn't able to elevate.
Doncic going to check out there. Had a word for one of the officials.
See, right here, if I'm Kyrie, I'm getting the ball and I'm bringing Ant up.
Yeah, they're trying to steal a couple minutes from Luka, then probably play him the whole fourth. Hardy driving, left hand, gets caught. They call a foul on Rudy. Let's see who they get the foul on.
Frickin' Rudy.
That's 4 on Gobert. So Ant has 4, Gobert has 4, Towns has 5.
Wow.
Man, that was close. Did he nick his elbow? Not a ton of contact, but they don't have a challenge, so they can't challenge.
That's big.
That is huge. So they're gonna go small here with Reed at the 5. Man, I'm trying to get downhill here.
Yep.
I'd bring Gafford back into the game, man.
I would too.
I know the rotations. You want to keep him fresh, but Kyrie driving lefty off the glass, no good. Man, I would just want a physical lineup in the game right now. No Towns or Gobert on the floor. Ant gets the screen, 3, no good. That's a big miss. That would have gone up 7. Green over to Hardy. He gets a crossover step, lays it. Oh, he throws it down! Jaden Hardy!
What a play.
With the vertical! I did not see that coming. Edwards, he gets to the paint. Kicks it out. Catch and shoot. Alexander Walker. Good.
What an answer.
They keep answering, man. I give them credit, man. Down 3-0 in this series.
Not going
Minnesota's
away.
not going away. They're up 5. Kleber over to Jaden Hardy. Gets it to Kyrie. Final minute 10. You got to look to score, Kai. He drives. Gets downhill. Kicks it out. Kleber. Catch and shoot 3. No good. Offensive rebound. Kyrie. Green. Corner 3. Nope. He passes out of it. And the Mavs turn it over. Kleber clearly did not want to dive on that shoulder.
No.
He would have gotten that ball if he did, but he didn't dive on it. That kind of show that shoulder.
Even on that shot, it looked like he pushed it.
It was flat. It had no chance. T-Wolves going to go 2 for 1 here, I bet. Edwards almost stripped, gets it to Alexander Walker. I'll tell you what, that's a great pass from Edwards. That was a Luka caliber pass. 4-second differential. Get a quality look, man. Down 5.
Here we go.
T-Wolves have responded this quarter. Hardy defended by Edwards. Looks like he's going to go. He drives. Hanging, laying, scoring. Jaden Hardy ain't scared.
I like that. Just
7 seconds left. Type D for defense. Edwards pulls up from 20. Good. Jesus, man. That's the end of the quarter. 78-73. Get your 4s up. Fourth quarter time. Get your 4s up. Big answer from the T-Wolves that quarter. They win that quarter 29-24. Edwards got going late in that quarter too, Siebes. He's up to 23 points.
Yeah. And if you're a Minnesota fan, good to see him hit that pull-up, Jay.
Oh, and if you're the T-Wolves too, Gobert and Towns check out for foul trouble and you don't lose ground on the scoreboard.
No.
That's pretty big.
Still, if I'm, like, obviously you don't want to overreact. Like, I think NBA teams always get into trouble, or just basketball in general, where you overreact trying to attack the guy with 4 or 5 fouls. But, hey, man, I'll tell you what, first 4 minutes of this fourth quarter, I'm putting Ant in every single action I can. Because even right there on Hardy, he was still kind of a little hesitant.
He did not want to pick up his 5th there. And if you're the T-Wolves, you probably got to go Ant the rest of the way. So if you're Dallas, if he's a little fatigued, you can go after him. Tony 4, Burt 4, Ghostface, Tay, Ty Man, R. Paris Jr. We got Gwinnett in there. Kyrie time for Mike D. I hope so, man. Kyrie's been quiet tonight. He's got 10 points on 3 of 11 from the field. You need him to be a lot better. And even Doncic, I mean, he's got 21, 10, and 6, but he's 6 of 16. He hasn't really gone into takeover mode tonight, so we'll see. We'll see.
Feels
Larry says type 7 for game 7. You gotta get 1 before you get 3, Larry.
Come on, Larry.
Let's not jump too early here.
Just feels like a Kyrie. He's only got 10 points. End this game with 24.
Yeah.
Put it away.
Yeah. Look, you have not played that well tonight. You're down 5 entering the 4th. You have a chance to go to the NBA Finals. Find a way. Give me 12 hard minutes. If you get outplayed and lose, so be it. But go out swinging tonight.
Yep.
T-Wolves are going out swinging. I'll tell you that.
They have hit a big shot for every momentum play the Mavs
They have.
had.
The Mavs went up 4. They went on that 8-0 spurt. Every time the Mavs would then cut it to 2 or 4, they'd hit a shot. Ant hits that buzzer beater to stretch it beyond a one-possession game, which is big because Dallas starts the 4th with the ball here. So we'll see. I'll be curious. Do they go back to Towns to start the 4th with 4? Do they stick with that small? Because if I'm Dallas and Towns and Rudy are on the bench, I'm going back to Gafford, and I'm trying to play bully ball.
Me too.
I'm trying to set the tone physically and force them to go back to Rudy or Towns in foul trouble. So we'll see the chess match here played by Jason Kidd and Chris Finch. Sub for Mavs Dubs. We're 12 minutes away from the NBA Finals. Be curious to see if Jaden Hardy gets more run in the 4th. He's been pretty solid.
10 points on 7 shots tonight. It's pretty good.
He's a confident player, man. He's a very confident player. Here we go. 4th quarter set to get underway here.
Let's do it.
Gafford doing the TNT interview to start the fourth.
I think player interviews mid-court, like in between quarters, should be banned.
They're pretty silly. Like, if you want to get someone at half going to the locker room, that's one thing. But, like, you're entering the fourth of the Western Conference Finals in a closeout game, and you need Daniel Gafford for 90 seconds.
And he's just going to give,
seconds.
like, just coach talk.
Yeah, come on. All right, here we go. Gaff is back into the game. So is Gobert with 5. Or no, he's got 4. Towns has 5. Hardy, corner 3. It's good! Jaden Hardy! Let's go. 2-point game. He's been huge tonight because you have not gotten much from P.J. Washington. Quite frankly, Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Gobert dribbling. I mean, it's painful to watch.
Brutal.
Gets it to Alexander Walker. Conley on the curl. Over to Alexander Walker. He misses. Here we go. Mavs down 2 with the ball. Ant on the sideline. I would think if the Mavs score again here, he's going to be at the scorer's table pretty quick. Gafford sets the screen for Doncic. Luka's got Anderson on his hip. Kicks it out. Derek Jones. Pump fake. Slashing. Hand off to Gafford, who throws it down. We're tied at 78. 1 minute in, and the Mavs are on a 5-0 spurt. No Ant up yet. He's still sitting down. Conley over to Naz Reid. He's driving. Good defense, Luka. Ooh, get Luka on this reach. He knew it. It's a good spin move from Naz. Luka had him initially, and Naz is a really good ball handler for a big man.
It's right here, though. Derek Jones didn't have the 3. Just simple rip, get the defense to help, and drop it off.
Drop-off pass, yep. He's been a lot better as like a slasher with the ball to the rim than I thought he'd be. Gobert, oh my God, if he would have missed that, he should be uncontested layup. He made it.
The fact that we are not confident in that going in.
That speaks volumes.
Yes.
Luka behind the back, has Anderson on his hip, kicks it into the corner after the crash. Jones driving again. Oh, he looked for the drop-off. Good defense, Minnesota. See, if you're the T-Wolves, you want Luka to keep giving that up. Rudy, that's going to be a goaltend. Is it a foul, too?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be an and one. Jeez.
Had Luka on him, just buried
Got
him.
the switch onto Luka. How much contact, honestly? I might challenge this if I'm Jason Kidd. Well, but the basket's still going to count.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to challenge for a 1-point difference. T-Wolves up 4. Rudy looking to make it 5 at the free throw line. Man, every time Dallas ties it or gets it to 2, the T-Wolves come back.
Yep.
They're battling. He completes the 3-point play. T-Wolves back up 5. Where's Kyrie at, man? He's got the ball right now. This has got to be when he makes a move. This is why he's here. Irving gets the switch onto Gobert, shoots a 3 over him. No good. 3 for 12. Edwards back into the game. He got about 90 seconds of rest. Dribbles it off his foot. Here come the Mavericks. Don't have numbers. Luka. Alley-oop to Jones! What a pass. He threw that when Jones was at the 3-point line. It's a 3-point game.
Talk about throwing somebody open right there.
Dude, you want to talk about throwing with anticipation? That's one of the better alley-oop passes you'll see. Conley controls, gets it to Edwards, defended by Jones. Edwards driving. Good contest at the rim by Gafford. Here come the Mavericks, 2-on-2. Kyrie and Hardy. Irving, Euro, layup, good. It's a 1-point game. Timeout. Are they calling a T? No, it's timeout Minnesota. Edwards wanted to foul on the other end. 1-point game. Let's go, Mavs. Let's go, Mavs. Those type of alley-oops can just get a crowd going too. Like, you can't force that, but when you get one of those, that is just such an energy boost.
He's just such an easy leaper too, Derek Jones.
He's just a smooth athlete. Shout out to Prize Picks during this TV timeout. Perfect time to tell you about our daily fantasy sports partner. It is Prize Picks. 5 million active users. You should be one of them. You can set new lineups every day, multiple lineups per day, different sports. You can cross over sports. I got a 3-player entry for this game tonight. Let's see where we sit. Rudy Gobert, less than 11 rebounds. He's still at 7 all of a sudden. Feeling good about that one cash in. Luka Doncic, more than 9 assists. He is at 9, so one more. That one hits. Kyrie, just need one more 3.
There we go.
All of a sudden, Seeps and I might be making some money tonight. PrizePicks.com. /CLNS. Use code CLNS. You can win up to 100 times your money on any given entry. I made my first $10 deposit and received an instant $10 bonus. You should do $100 though, because then they match it for 100. That's the way to go. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. Use the code CLNS to get started today. And if you're a gamer, esports, you can do esports plays as well. Tons of options available. Go check out PrizePicks. All right, let us know who you got. DAL for the Mavericks, MIN for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 1,300 people watching. Let's go. Let's go. Tab says DJJ is going to get paid. Hope it's by the Mavs. Yeah, I mean, look, he said he wants to be here, but, I mean, if some team throws him crazy money, it's going to be hard to turn down. If you're the Mavericks, I'd probably throw the full mid-level at him, which is going to be like $13 a year. Maybe you're able to shed Tim Hardaway's expiring contract and you can pay him a little more, but I don't think you're here without him. He's played a huge role on this team.
It's been awesome.
Shout out to SG saying Dallas, Jason as well. Tab, let's go Mavs from Ghost. Cat King going with the Wolves. Larry sticking with Minnesota in 7. We'll see, Larry. Cameron said Kyrie time. Hopefully that transition layup gets him going. CT reacts. Ty Man, Ghostface all going Dallas. Todd says Dallas. Mavs by 7 this game. Look, I mean, they're sitting those huddles. I think Dallas is more confident than Minnesota is in these situations. I think they are. Jeremiah going with Dallas. Arian going Minnesota. You're right there if you're the Mavericks.
Yep.
No Derek Lively tonight. You haven't played that well, but you've hung around. You've battled. Both teams have battled. I think Minnesota's come out here and played a hard game tonight.
Just how many more times can they answer that run by Dallas?
Look, they're shooting 52.5%. Like, is that going to continue? Are they going to shoot 50-plus tonight? I don't think the Mavs have played poor defense tonight. Dallas's percentages have kind of crept up throughout the game. They're up to 44%.
It's just like we could talk about like every adjustment that needs to be made, and you know, there's 9 minutes left, and I'm going to trust the team with Luka and Kyrie.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, you just kind of figure, like, it may not always work out that way, but eventually Luka and Kyrie are Luka and Kyrie, right? Like,
and especially the last 2 possessions, Anthony Edwards kind of sped himself up a little bit as Cat is into the game.
Cat in the game with 5, so we'll see how they utilize him. He's got to be careful when he's setting screens and stuff like that to not pick up a cheap 6th. Anderson, the only non-starter in the game, he's in for McDaniels. Conley, defended by Irving. Washington defending Towns. Passes to Gobert on the roll. No good. Shocker. Offensive rebound, though, Anderson. Gafford's got a block out there.
Yeah.
Towns goes downhill, lays it up. Blocked by Gafford. Did that hit Towns when he fell down?
He's only got 4.5.
4 on the shot clock, 4.6.
That's very similar to the one he had Game 3.
That's a hell of a block by Gaff. Good adjustment positioning-wise because Cat's been getting downhill a lot tonight. They get it to Cat. Good inbound pass. Blocked again by Gafford. Here comes Kyrie. Luka as well. Kyrie, catch and shoot 3. No good. Tipped out by Gafford. Mavs will reset here. Doncic driving. Gets Gobert up in the air and gets a foul.
That's
Rudy's
5.
Yeah, that's 5 on Rudy. Rudy has 5. Towns has 5. I expect if you're Minnesota, you're going to ride these guys.
What a block.
That was a hell of a block.
Back-to-back great plays by Gafford.
Oh,
Like, Gobert, just stay down.
Luka just... When he has sweet dreams at night, Rudy's in his dreams just falling to the ground.
I think if Luka had to pick a defender to go one-on-one with,
tie game, first free throw's good.
it would be
Rudy.
Gobert. The 4-time deep boy he would choose.
It is such a mismatch.
I've never seen anything like it.
Oh. He just knows it. Both guys know it on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
For the lead, Doncic second free throw. Oh, he missed it. Ooh, Dallas ball. P.J. Washington working the offensive glass. Out on Minnesota. Oh, they're talking about it now. Oh, they're going to flip it. I don't know how you make that determination. Is this one of those you have to challenge, or this go automatic review?
They're just inbounding.
Minnesota inbound. All right. 83 all. Just the second missed free throw of the night for Dallas. Edwards gets a screen from Gobert, who then gets in the way. Ant pulls up from 20. No good. Good rebound, Luka. Here we go. Come on. This is when you make your move. Tied at 83. Derrick Jones sets a screen. Gets it back. Jones slashing. Kicks it to the corner. Washington catch and shoot three. No good. Towns read that pretty well and contested it.
Yeah.
He saw that pass coming, almost stole it, then had a good contest. Towns gets it, defended by Washington. Good defense. Oh, man.
What?
I mean, I thought Washington held his ground.
Or I think they called 3 in the key.
They call 3 in the key on Gaff. Yep, that's the call. I was going to say, that is not a foul on Washington. He didn't bite on the pump fake or anything. Official, let's go Mavs, need the defense to shine. Yeah, I mean, I think that 100-point mark is kind of the number. It's a race to 100, it feels like tonight. Towns makes the free throw. So Minnesota gets the 3 in the lane free throw to go, and they keep possession. Gafford's had a pretty good second half here.
Yes.
He's been active on the glass. He's thrown down a few alley-oops. He's up to 10 points, 5 for 5 shooting, 4 blocks, and 6 rebounds. Oh, what did they just call? I was looking down.
They're trying to inbound at the Cat. I think they got it.
They calling a foul before the inbound? Let's not get the officials involved down the stretch, man. Oh, they're going to flip it. It's Dallas ball. Makeup call for a second ago. I'm not sure what they called there, but it's Dallas ball. Irving controls down by 1. Gets past Gobert, lays it up. Oh, he smoked it.
Had it.
Come on, Kai. We need you down the stretch. Here comes Edwards the other way. Gets a screen from Rudy. He's going to pull up from 19 off the glass and in. That looked like D-Wade. You mentioned that earlier. 3-point advantage, Minnesota. They keep responding. Gafford's going to get a quick breather here. You would think for not very long. Luka, corner. Kyrie thought about the 3. Didn't take it. Good defense. Jaden McDaniels kicks it out. Kleber going to drive. Kicks it corner. Back to Washington, 3. We're tied! P.J. Washington, 2 big second-half threes here after struggling most of the night. 86 all. This has been a fun one at the American Airlines Center. Here comes Anthony Edwards, defended by Gobert. That could have been a moving screen. Into the corner. Bad pass. Cat picks it up, though. Baseline. Finds Gobert. Just foul him. Yep. Don't give up the dunk.
I'll tell you what, Gobert is one of a kind.
Anybody with skill would at least get a decent shot up, right? Like, he may not score if he's getting fouled, but, he basically can't even get the shot up.
Oh, my.
Gobert is one of a kind. That is funny.
He is, man.
Another big fourth quarter 3 from Washington. Seems to always make one. 86 all. It is tight. This has been back and forth all night. Rudy to the line for 2. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. We're going live for every single Mavericks playoff game. He missed the first. That's why he fouled him. Don't give up the dunk.
Yep.
Sub for Mavs Dubs. Let's go. Let's go. Second free throw from Gobert. 6:47 to go. Got to box out if you're Dallas. Makes the second one. Splits a pair. 87-86 Minnesota. Neither team really able to gain serious momentum here.
Yeah.
Washington back to Doncic. Catching. Ooh, he thought about the catch and shoot 3. He'll drive. PJ, a lot of contact. Oh, he scored. No foul. I was shocked. Good finish from Washington. He scored the last 5 for Dallas. Mavericks back on top. Here comes Kyle Anderson, defended by Doncic. Gets it to Cat. Defended by Washington. Cat gets past him. Good dump-off pass to Gobert.
It's a good play.
Yep. 89-88. Back and forth we go. 6 minutes to go. Oh, that's a foul. Thank you. Minnesota thought they had the strip, but Doncic got grabbed. If you haven't subscribed, I guess you don't want free and daily Mavericks YouTube videos and live streams for every game. We got you covered. Let's get that number up. Would love to get to 28,000 tonight. It's a lofty goal, but it'd be sick if we got there. Kyrie off the screen. He's going to go downhill. Pulls up. Good. Kyrie goes to his bread and butter. That kind of 12, 13-foot pull-up midi. 90-89. A battle in downtown Dallas. Anderson gets it to Edwards. Cat, catch and shoot three. Good.
Wow.
He has played well tonight, man. You got to give it to him. 92-90. Irving gets it back from Washington. He'll drive on McDaniels. Floater, no good. Here come the Timberwolves. 2-on-3. They don't have numbers. Luka's trying to foul intentionally. I don't know why. T-Wolves didn't have numbers. Edwards defended by Washington. This feels like an ISO possession. Crosses PJ. Kicks to the corner. Cat, wide open three. Good.
Damn.
You got to take a timeout. Yep.
He's gotten comfortable.
Karl-Anthony Towns has been bad for 3 games, but he's been terrific tonight. He's got 22 points, and he's given Minnesota a 5-point lead.
Only 11 shots.
Jeez, man.
Ant's also been making that read a whole lot better tonight.
He's passed a lot better tonight.
The 8 assists.
You figured they weren't going to go 4 games of just 4 duds with Towns.
Yeah.
But he's been more than good tonight. He's been great.
Still got 5. I mean, he is one stupid kind of play away from.
The Mavs haven't really tried to go out. Like, if I was Dallas, I would, whoever he's defending, I'm pulling him up in a pick and roll situation, and I'm forcing him to make a decision.
Yeah.
Dallas just, like, they'll get it tied, or they'll get up 1 or 2, and Minnesota just responds. I mean, 2 straight threes there.
Yep.
Kyrie, 5 of 17 tonight, man. He has just not had a good game. Luka's been 6 for 16 for a long time.
He's got a triple-double.
He has not taken a shot in a while. Like, if Kyrie's not going to get it going, Luka may have to be the closer tonight. Just like he was in Game 2. One of those 2 guys has got to take over to win this game. One of those guys has got to take over. What's up for Mavs Dubs? Let's get more subscribers.
As Harry, we were kind of talking about like the Luka floor game, the C game earlier. He's having a bad game. He's got a 22-point triple.
22, 12, and 10. Yeah, defense has been pretty solid. Yeah, I mean, Kyrie at 14, Luka at 22. I think Kyrie needs to get to at least 20, and Luka may have to get to 30. One of those guys has to get to the next point threshold. By the way, I don't know if he was back in the game or not, but if he wasn't, you got to go Gafford the rest of the way.
Yeah.
You got to go back to your starting 5. Get Jones, Washington, and Gafford in the game with Luka and Kyrie. Got to ride those guys. Towns and Gobert at 5. If you could foul one of those guys out, especially Towns. I don't really care about Rudy being in, but
honestly, fouling Gobert out
might be a mistake.
Might be a mistake. Because then they get to go Nas Reed. Like.
Oh, man. Come on. You don't want to fly to Minnesota, guys. I'm not sure Minnesota wants to fly to Minnesota. Although the way they're playing tonight would suggest they do.
Yeah.
But shit, if you get swept, I ain't flying up. I'm keeping it going south to Cabo.
Taking the first flight to Cancun.
Yeah. Luka got to take over. Kyrie, sit down. You're not going to sit Kai down. You're still cool with him taking shots, but I do agree. This may have to be a Luka final 5 minutes.
Just run it all through him.
Yeah, and if they crash on him and Kyrie gets looks, cool, but
Jason saying tell Coop to leave the building. It wouldn't shock me if Coop actually leaves the building right now.
I guarantee you, if the Mavs lose tonight and we do our video tomorrow, Coop will say they lost because I was there.
100%.
He will absolutely say that.
Hey, put Coop in the game right now. Come on.
Oh, man. I'll say this. I'm not concerned about this series if you lose tonight. You don't want to see Cat get confident, though.
No.
Like, you don't want to see that. Anderson pulling up Luka full court, being physical with him, too. No whistle. 4:55 to go. Starting 5 in the game for Dallas. Doncic pulls up from 3. Oh, my God. That hit every square inch of the rim and rimmed out.
That would have been massive.
Oh, timeout Minnesota.
Wow.
Okay, are they taking their use it or lose it? Okay. Timeout T-Wolves. Time for TNT to sell more ads.
Get
those MFFLs in, fellas. God, that would have been a massive shot.
I mean, that was halfway down.
That was 3/4 of the way down. Man. At Coop, he lightheaded. Oh, he's lightheaded.
Oh, I would love
I'm going to text him right now. I'm going to text him.
I'd love to have a live look in at Coop at the stadium right now.
I said, this is on you if they lose. Let's see if he responds. Who knows what the service is like in there. Let's see what he says. See what he says. Has he tweeted tonight? Let's see. Can't even get Twitter to load for some reason. Okay, here we go. Has he tweeted? He's tweeted a couple times, but not in about an hour. His last tweet was, Gobert is such a fraud. It's about 50 minutes ago.
Love it, Coop.
All right.
Let's do it.
Man, if you're Minnesota, up 5 with the ball, this is kind of your chance to not put the game away, but, like, really make Dallas earn it tonight.
Whatever your best play is right now, you go to it.
No doubt about it. Oh, that's not Coop. That's a burner account. Jeffrey Cooperstein is Sausage Daddy. Says, ending this now. Let's go. I hope so, man.
Let's go.
They're trying to get the ball to Cat. Derek Jones denying him. Derek Jones defending Cat this possession. That's pretty interesting. Oh, my God. Yes, let Rudy go to work. Please, Rudy. Please, Rudy. Please, Rudy. They're not. That is a joke. They're going to call that a foul? Come on, man.
Minnesota.
They just played that through Gobert and got away with it.
I mean, he's hooking them right.
Yeah.
But right there, that's not a foul.
I don't know, man. That might be worth the challenge.
Because, like, they missed the call when he had him locked up.
Yeah, but by the end of that.
He initiated the contact.
God, Rudy's a fucking loser.
He is. I can't believe they just ran to Rudy Gobert post-up.
I mean, they were clearly trying to get the ball to Cat early in that possession, but Dallas denied, and then they literally just went through Rudy, and he missed the free throw. God, this guy is a stiff. Hit that sub button. Come on. Someone says, doesn't look good for the Mavs. Kyrie, a no-show. Plenty of time. This is kind of how this game has gone. Wolves get up 4 or 5. Mavs bounce back. Wolves bounce back. I don't think either team has been up more than 6 or 7 in a while. Gobert missed them both. Oh, Rudy. Oh, Rudy. Highlight that moment if they lose this game.
That was the basketball gods punishing Minnesota for running his post-up.
Yeah. Doncic gets it to the corner. Washington driving hard on Gobert. No foul. Ball's loose. That's out on Minnesota. Dallas will retain. Man, is that they don't blow the whistle because Rudy's got 5 there? That looked like a lot of contact, man.
That might be off Dallas.
I thought Cat's hand knocked that. Get it in. Jones Jr. at the top. Gets it to Irving. Kyrie, take that 3. Backdoor to Gafford, who throws it in. 3-point game. Get a stop, fellas. Type stop in the chat. Let's go. Get a stop. 3:45 to go. Edwards bringing it across. Gafford 6 for 6 from the field, 12.7 rebounds, either 4 or 5 blocks. Edwards gets a screen from Rudy. Jones fights through it. Edwards crossing, driving, goes up hard. Good defense, Gafford. Great contest by Daniel Gafford. Mavs get a stop. Here comes Doncic. He's got a little hop to his step. Gets a screen. Luka's going to step back 3. He's going to jack! Oh, golly, man. 2 good looks for him that haven't gone. One was short, the other one rimmed out. Man, Edwards the other way. He's going to drive again. Now he's going to dribble back out. 10 on the shot clock, 3 minutes to go. Luka defending him. Doncic, good defense. He has to kick out. Towns contested 3. Oh, my God, nothing but net. Towns is absolutely dialed.
He's blacked out.
I mean, that's a contested 3 that hit nothing but net.
20 in the second half.
Yep. Irving kicks it out. Washington. Oh, my God. He turned it over. Fuck.
Good D by Ant.
It's maybe Minnesota's night. I mean, Karl-Anthony Towns has saved the day for Minnesota.
I mean, that was great defense. Just was able to shoot over the top.
Jeez, PJ. 2:36 to go. You're going to have to string multiple stops to win this game and obviously score. Conley brings it across. Gets it over to Gobert. Towns. He's going to take another 3. Blocked from behind. You got to run, Luka. Brings it across. Doncic gets into the paint. Corner. Jones. 3! No good. They just have missed too many good looks.
Yeah.
And your 2 stars haven't been good enough. 2 minutes left. That's a wide open corner 3, man. You're going to live with that shot all day. Edwards. Potential dagger here if they can score. 5 on the clock. Edwards defended by Jones. Good move. Banks it in at the shot clock buzzer. 8-point lead. Doncic gets fouled, shooting a 3, go in.
6.
No good. That's 6 on Towns. If you could somehow get this to overtime, that's a bad foul by Cat, man.
That is.
You got to know what you've been cooking. Got him in the air, and he's leaning, yeah. Just enough. No challenges for Minnesota. Got to make all 3 here, then get a stop and score. Then the pressure ramps up on the T-Wolves. Got to make all 3 here. Sub for Mavs Dubs. 8 subs away from 27,800. Help us out. Help us out. Hasn't been the Mavs night, but it's not over yet. First free throw from Doncic. It's good. It's 8 of 9 on the night from the free throw line. That was a hell of a move by Ant on the other side.
Yeah, great footwork.
Him and Towns have had their best game on the same night tonight. Doncic, second free throw. Good. 1 more to go. You make this one, you're down 5. You get a stop and score. It's a 1-possession game with about a minute left. It's still doable. Third free throw from Luka. Makes all 3. Clutch. 5-point game. Ooh, Jones almost stole the inbound. Ant a little lackadaisical. Jones knocked it out. Jones picking up Edwards full court. 1.5 minutes to go. Edwards controlling up top. Gets a screen from Rudy. Edwards rises from 17. No good. Kind of went early clock, too. Yeah. Here come the Mavericks. Luka gets it back from Washington. 1:20. Got to go quick, but don't take a bad shot either. He's got Gobert on the switch. They got a double. Corner, Jones. He's going to drive. Spin move. Kicks it out. Washington catch and shoot 3. Way off. Kyrie got to put it up. 4 on the shot clock. Floater. Good. 3-point game with a minute to go. Come on, man. You could still win this game. Down 3. Conley controls. He'll get it to Edwards. You got to think it's going to be him or Cat. 50 seconds to go. They're yelling defense at the AAC. 8 to go on the shot clock. Here comes Rudy with the screen. Jones fighting through it. Edwards from 22. Cash. Timeout, Dallas. That extra screen from Gobert sprung him free, and he made it.
What a shot.
Gobert kind of threw an elbow on that screen, got away with it. Freed up Edwards. Man. Every time they've needed a big shot, they've gotten it. Every time. Damn. Damn. I mean, we asked, can they keep up the shooting seats? 52% tonight.
Yep.
Mavs 43%.
I feel like the Mavs are playing their C-, D+ game tonight.
Yeah. I think the defense has been pretty decent still. I think Cat and Ant have made some tough shots, but the offense, I mean, you got 97 points with 40 seconds left. I mean, Luka, 6 of 18. Kyrie, 6 of 18. Washington, 3 of 12.
Yep.
You know, those are your top 3 scorers, and they've combined for 51 points on 48 shots. I mean, it's just not efficient. Like, T-Wolves 45% from 3. You're 35%. Oh, man. They took a timeout, so 38 seconds left. If you can score in 8 seconds or less, you don't have to foul. You got to draw up a good play out of a timeout to get someone downhill, I would think, or spring open a shooter. They've missed a lot of open threes, though, man. See what Kidd draws up. Gets it into Kyrie. It's a screen from Gafford. Irving.
Oh,
what the fuck was that? He threw it right to Minnesota. He's just been terrible tonight. I mean, you got to foul. I mean, what are they doing? Trap Edwards at midcourt. Gets rid of it.
I mean, you just wasted.
Yeah, I mean, you just wasted 12 seconds. Kyrie just did not answer the bell tonight. How many turnovers does he have now? That is 4. 3 were in the first quarter, but, I mean, did he get stripped, or did he throw that right to them like it looked like he did?
Like, it kind of looked like it just came out like a duck. I'm assuming it got tipped.
It did not come out that clean, but I don't know what he was trying to do, though, because it looked like he was passing that, and there was no one open there.
No. At least he was trying to fit it to the corner, but that would have had to been on a line.
Yeah. First free throw good from Conley. Second one pretty much ices it. Makes it a 7-point game. 20 seconds left. I don't think it's been a lack of effort tonight. They just did not play good enough offensively. Missed it. Still a 6-point game. You got to go. Let's go. Doncic bringing it across. 15. Pulls up from 35. Good! And the foul! Okay, here we go. That is unbelievable. Edwards caught in the cookie jar, and is that 6 or 5?
That's 5 on Ant. That's 5
If you
on
could
Ant.
somehow get this to overtime, you will win this game.
Oh, my.
Acrobatic 3 while getting fouled by Anthony Edwards is good. Do you miss this on purpose? I think I still try to make it. 13 seconds left. You cut it to 2.
Force them to hit
So
two
it's
free throws.
103-100. One
What
free
a
throw here. It doesn't look like they're trying to miss it. I mean, Josh Green is down there rebounding. Which, even if you're not trying to, don't you have to have bigs down there to try and rebound? Doncic, free throw.
Oh.
He missed it. They fouled Gobert.
I mean,
Why do you not have your 2 7-footers down there to rebound? Like, even if you're not missing that on purpose, like, why is Josh Green rebounding?
Yeah.
He's got no shot to get an offensive rebound in that situation. Golly, man. That's kind of a microcosm of this night.
yeah.
You just, I don't know. Minnesota's just been that much better tonight. Although it feels like they've been a lot better, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah.
I don't know how to react to this one. I mean, you didn't play that well at all, and you're going to lose by 4 or 5 points probably.
Yeah.
Dallas has 1 timeout left, so hopefully Rudy at least splits. If he misses both, that'd be great. But you take a timeout, score 2 or 3, cut it to 2. Still have a chance, but that's a big missed free throw there.
I mean, the Mavs had their opportunities tonight, no doubt.
They've missed some looks, man.
And credit to the Timberwolves. I mean, Cat came out, is 25 on 13 shots.
He was very good. He was very good.
Even though Ant, 11 of 25, not the most efficient, 29 points.
He's hit some big shots, though. 10 rebounds, 9 assists, too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a complete game.
Had some turnovers, but I still thought he
was good, yeah. This is the first game this series their stars played better than your stars.
Yep.
Look, that's kind of been the series, right? The first 3 games, Luka and Kyrie better than Ant and Towns. This game, Towns and Ant better.
Oh, it's not Gobert at the line.
Oh, that a foul to give. Yeah, that sucks.
They might get a 5. What are you doing?
They gave up a layup. They didn't foul. Yeah, I got to take a timeout and advance it. Jeez. They wanted the and one. That's
confident by Nas just go up with that. Kyrie kind of got a hand on that.
That could have been a foul. Timeout Mavericks. I think you gotta down 5. I think you have to draw up a play for 3. You can't cutting it to 3. This is the NBA. Teams don't miss 2 free throws.
Get Kyrie curling around, take a contested look, and then just live or die with that.
If you make it cool, you foul. If not, you let it go. You know, after winning 2 on the road, I said I still would be surprised if this was a sweep. I mean, Minnesota, they've been a great team throughout this playoffs. I mean, it was always going to be hard to sweep, but it just sucks because you didn't play that well tonight, and you really still had a chance to win this game.
Yeah.
Still had a chance to win this game. Credit to the Timberwolves, man. At halftime, that game was tied, and I thought they outplayed Dallas by a pretty wide margin in the first half.
Yep.
And they could have been sitting there in the locker room thinking, man, we should be up 8 or 10. But they've outplayed Dallas in the second half again, despite that. So
big shots in the fourth from Cat.
Yep. All right, here we go. We'll see what Dallas draws up. Luka, catch and shoot 3, no good. Washington offensive rebound, gets it to Kyrie, back to Washington, 3, no good. That's going to be the game. Yeah. That's game. They're going to look at this. The ball landed out of bounds with maybe 0.2 left, but it's a 5-point game. I hate when they do this shit.
I know.
There's no mathematical situation where Dallas can win.
Not even possible.
Thanks for the explanation. The extender lives on. Scott Foster. I mean, even there, it's probably too late. That's a wide open 3 for Washington that he missed. They just missed so many good looks. I don't think Minnesota did some crazy thing defensively tonight. I thought Dallas just missed too many shots.
Yeah.
They're still looking at it, but this game's over. 2:10 on the clock. It'll be Dallas ball, but it doesn't matter.
This might be one of the dumbest things in sports. Just call it a game.
So stupid. Van Gundy is ripping Foster. He's saying it's a 5-point game, and you can't even catch and shoot with 0.2. Van Gundy saying you would need multiple technical fouls.
Can't even get a shot off.
Peter says, stop saying faking injury. Who's faking an injury? Who's saying that? Is someone in the chat saying that? Oh, my God. Just throw the fucking ball in. Who cares? Jones should just launch this
at Foster's head.
At Scott Foster. Ball game, 105-100. Mavs still in a great position, 3-1, but got to fly back to Minnesota. It's just kind of a buzzkill.
Yeah.
I mean, you just look at these stats, man. I mean, Washington, 3 of 13.
It's not good there.
Not good. Irving, 6 of 18. Jones, I thought, was pretty good tonight. Kyrie, I thought he was terrible. Worst game of the series for him.
Luka not too efficient as well.
I mean, Doncic still put up volume numbers, but 7 of 20. I mean, Minnesota's living with these numbers.
That assist number, it should be damn near 16,
Oh
17.
my God! I mean, how many open looks did they miss? I mean, the fact that he leads you in rebounding by almost double is kind of ridiculous too. He continues to be your best rebounder. I mean, my two main takeaways tonight from tonight are Seeps are this is just, what's the old phrase? It's a make or miss league.
Yeah.
You just missed a lot tonight.
You missed a lot of jump shots. I mean, they were 14 of 40 from downtown, so they're still getting good looks.
35% on that volume's not bad, but
2 of 9 from
they
PJ.
easily probably should have been 20 of 40. They missed a lot of open threes.
Ant near triple-double for Minnesota. I thought this was his best game of the series.
I mean, Edwards and Towns play their best games of the series by a pretty wide margin. Luka and Kyrie probably play their worst.
Yeah.
And you lose by 5. I'm not losing sleep over this.
Yeah. This is just they were more urgent than you guys. They had more of a sense of desperation. They just hit shots.
Yeah, I mean, the only slight tiny inch of concern is, does Lively come back? You have to go back on the road. The Mavs are 2-0 in Game 5 road games this series or this playoff run, so they're obviously not going to back down in Minnesota, but
I just didn't feel like Minnesota did something that changed the series or how I looked at it. It was very similar to the first.
Cat made more shots.
Yeah,
I mean,
keep it simple.
That's what this was. Coop texted me back, by the way. He says it is.
Number one takeaway on tomorrow's show.
Yeah.
Why the Mavs lost.
Mavs winners and losers from Game 4. Jeff Cooperstein loser because he lost.
Featuring Jeffrey Cooperstein.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I just don't really have
It's nothing schematically that changed too much.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely missed Lively. I thought there was a good stretch in the third quarter with Kleber, but I thought when Dwight Powell checked in early, that was a disastrous couple of minutes. They didn't even go back to him. That's how bad it was. I thought Kleber's first substitution in was not very good. I thought it was better, but the problem is he's not as physical of a 5 as Lively or Gafford, and he clearly does not feel comfortable shooting the ball.
No.
So
his second attempt looked like a push shot.
Yeah, I mean, I'll stand by this. He would not have played tonight if Lively was active.
Yeah.
It just sucks too because now you feel like, I mean, you got to play Lively Game 5 if he's available. You can't treat Game 5 sure, is it the end of the world if you have to come back home for Game 6? No, but then you start to sweat a bit. You're like, they've won 2 in a row. That probably means Cat and Ant had good games again. It's never happened, obviously. I don't think it's going to happen, but you don't want to give a team hope.
Yeah.
So I think you need Lively to go on Thursday, and it's going to be a raucous environment. So
definitely.
Points in paint, someone's asking. I bet it was pretty heavily Minnesota lean.
Yeah.
It was 46-36. Not terrible, but...
And this series keeps on going further. The Celtics are just kind of a sleeping giant.
Well, that's why you would have loved to win tonight. Then Lively's got 8 days. Luka with that knee's got basically an all-star break off. So. Yeah, I mean, it feels pretty simple tonight. Their 2 stars were better than yours. They made more shots than you did. I mean, you missed Lively some, but I don't think you could have won this game without Derek Lively.
Yeah, 100%.
If you hit a few more shots, you probably win this game. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll just Coop and I will have a video tomorrow. I'll be curious to get his thoughts on this one, and we'll look ahead to Game 5, and hopefully we'll have a Derek Lively update. He was on the bench tonight. Kid said he was feeling better, so you do wonder if this was like a Game 7 situation. Does he go? Maybe.
Yeah.
I would guess he plays tomorrow night or Thursday night.
Thursday, yeah.
So All right, we're going to sign off. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Shout out to Patrick Seatman for hanging out tonight.
Appreciate you guys.
Hope you enjoyed it. It's a good game. I mean, I just don't think the Mavs played that well, but both teams battle. Minnesota made a couple extra plays, and that was the difference. Go Mavs. Coop and I will be back tomorrow with a video, and then we'll be back live Thursday night for Game 6. Talk to you then.